Bam, we're live. Caleb Matthews is Sevan, the Sevan Podcast. Long song. I put something in the private chat, Caleb.
Want me to pull them now?
Jeremy, thank you. Guys, don't forget to tithe. Wow, that's really sweet. Thank you. We weren't even on and you gave $5. What if I didn't show up? Holding his cock made a comment on YouTube the other day saying that I didn't have my best show. Didn't give it my all. That hurt. That hit home. I appreciate the feedback. That hit home. It's amazing. I can get like 100 DMs telling me I'm the greatest ever. I can't believe it. You've changed my life, blah, blah, blah. And one dude named Holding His Cock says, not his best work. And I'm reeling. Pussy. You pussy. Not you. I'm talking to myself. That's inner talk. That's not to you, Mr. Holden. It's my inside voice. Yesterday I pulled up to a freeway. I got off the freeway and I was at the stoplight and there's that little thin island. You know when you get off a freeway, you're lining up to make a left or a right or go straight. And next to you is that lane with cars getting on the freeway. It's a pretty typical configuration here in the United States of America. And there's a lady there holding a sign. She's probably 30 years old. And it's a big cardboard sign. Yay big, 4 feet by 3 feet, big sign. And it's got a bunch of stuff written on it. And my son, Avi, who's sitting in the front seat, says, I don't even know if he's supposed to. He says, because of, like age and size and shit like that.
Yeah.
He says, hey, what's that lady sign say? I'm like, I don't know. And he reads it and she's right next to our car. And he says, oh, she wants money. She has kids. I said, yep. And he said, give her some. I said, what for? He said, because she wants some. And I said, what's she want it for? And he said, for her kids. And I go, why do you want me to give her money? And I feel bad for her. I said, what do you feel bad about? He said, she needs money. She's out here asking for money. It says on there she needs it for food and she has kids. I said, so you feel bad? He said, yeah. I said, yeah. I said, me too. He said, are you going to help her? I said, no. He's looking at me. And the only reason why this works is because I'm a giver traditionally. My son has seen me at stores that only accept cash, and there's a mom there buying a sandwich for a kid, and it's $18.95, and she doesn't have cash, so she's like, oh shoot, I don't have cash, and I just cough up the 20. He's seen me do that. I don't know. I want to say once, but it's probably that probably have. Let's say he's seen it 8 times. It's got to be more. He sees me all sorts of times. I pull up to a gas station pump. I get there right before someone, but an old lady thinks she got there before me. I say, no problem. I back out. There's someone playing music in front of the gas station with a violin. I give my kids $1 each and tell them to go run over there and drop it in the case. They've seen all that. This is why this works. This next step. And he says, well, if you feel bad, why don't you give it to her and help her? And I said, because that's I don't want to reward that behavior. He goes, what do you mean? I said, well, you know how when I see that you're really focused at skateboarding, you do an amazing job. He said, yeah. And I said, and afterwards I reward you guys with something. He goes, yeah, you take us to get smoothies. I said, yeah. And we can do that every single time as long as everyone works hard, everyone participates, everyone's supposed to be doing what they're doing. He goes, yeah. I said, I don't want to reward this lady's behavior. I said, I feel just as bad as you do. And I'm so proud of you that you feel bad. And you should want to give to her. But I'm going to save it and reward someone who's doing what I want them to do, how I want them to participate. And that's selling hot dogs. That's being nice to me at Starbucks. That's, that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. And that hurt. If that doesn't make you feel bad, if you don't want to give money, I think probably something's wrong with you. I told him that too. I said, hey, dude, that's like, God, you made me so proud that you feel that. Don't ever let that feeling go away. And, that's not an absolute rule. I'm not like, do not let me interfere with any of you needing to give some one of those people $50. If that's how you want to vote with your money, I'm not judging you. Preferably don't pay to do that in front of my house, though, or in my neighborhood or in my city. I would prefer you didn't do that. If feed the pigeons in my city or over my house. But it was an interesting time because I want my son to feel that. I really want him to feel that. Oh, David. Really, David? This morning already?
It's illegal to do that in Virginia, so you call the cops on them anyway.
Yeah, it's illegal in California too. It's illegal in California. You can't be standing. I don't think you can be standing out on an island like that, interfering with traffic.
Oh, really? It's illegal? You would have never guessed. There's so many people out here like that.
I know.
Even in Livermore. Yeah.
Hey, let a cop tell me different, but I'm pretty sure it's illegal. I'm sure there's some law that makes it so you can't be interfering with traffic.
On every island, they have a sign in Virginia that says "Call the housing hotline" or something.
The housing hotline. How about the free needle hotline?
Yeah,
no, that's only the Bay Area. That one.
No, David, I did not call the police. Douche. From the bottom of my heart, you're a douche. Someone said yesterday that I remind them more of Glenn Beck. I've seen that guy around, so I went and looked him up on YouTube, and I watched a video of his. He was on Tucker Carlson a couple days ago being interviewed, and God, that made me so sad. I'm so sad if I reminded you of Glenn Beck. He's kind of, man, he had some scary news. He was talking about the petrodollar.
Oh yeah.
Boy, he was doing some doomsday shit. It was freaking me out. By the way, just an idea. If you guys don't know what the petrodollar is, we've talked about it quite a bit on the show. But imagine I grow apricots at my house. I probably have like 10 apricot trees. I have a ton of fruit trees, but the most of any tree I have is apricot tree or avocado tree. And imagine that if anyone else in my city, before they could buy any other fruit from anyone else, whether it be apples or avocados or tomatoes or cucumbers, or before you could buy anything that's in my city, you had to first come to my house and buy apricots from me. And then you use those apricots as currency to buy anything else you needed. Imagine how powerful that would make me. That's basically what's going on with the United States since the 1970s. More or less, if you want just like the dumbed down version. Basically, the entire world has decided for one reason or another that you need to come to my house and buy my fruit before you can buy anything else. And that's given me a lot of power over the world. That there's a chance that could come to an end. Just imagine how much leverage that gives me over everyone else. Sevan, you're no way Glenn Beck. Okay, cool.
No. Order has been restored.
Beck is a giant douche. Okay, good.
Hey, for 43 minutes and 43 seconds, you could watch the Principles for Dealing with the Changing World Order by Ray Dalio.
Wait, say that again. Wait, start what you said. Say that one more time.
It's 43 minutes and 43 second long video. It's called
Is that some sort of Illuminati shit? 4343?
I don't know.
All right. Okay, go on.
Look into it.
Ray Dalio?
Yeah, you know who Ray Dalio is?
The name sounds familiar. Was he on the show or did I read a book of his or?
He wrote a book called Principles, but he was the owner of a really massive hedge fund called Bridgewater Associates.
Okay.
Anyhow, he has a series here on YouTube. It's like an animated series. It's called Principles for Dealing with the Changing World Order. And he'll actually explain in that video how nations rise and fall. And he'll show the cycles of how it happened over time and what happened to their currency and why it was strong and then how it became not the world currency and all this stuff. So it lays it out pretty cool. So if you guys want to check that out.
Another way to think of it, none of these, thank you, Mr. Souza. Another way, is Souza 1Z?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Wait, why?
Because yesterday, we made an insane connection yesterday. By the way, I have three cool things to talk to you guys about. We made an insane connection yesterday with someone who's who everyone in the world knows who they are, and they're going to start helping us get people to interview for the show. So that's exciting. And two, the gentleman in Sweden who had the heart attack. I spoke with him and the CrossFitter who had a heart attack recently. He's going to be coming on the show later in the week. And I spoke with Dallas Alexander, the JTF2 guy, yesterday, and he said he'd come on the show and walk us through the shooter videotape for Nashville at some point. So those are 3 cool things that happened yesterday. But anyway, there's this person who's I mean, in my mind, they're one of the most well-connected people in the world. They asked me yesterday, hey, who's your contact going to be for me to get you guests for your show? And I said, Matt Souza, and I sent him Matt's contact from my iPhone. And this whole time I've had in my contacts, owner of Livermore CrossFit guy, because, that's how I met you. So I'm like, I better put in his name before I push this off. You know what I mean? Like if I met Caleb's wife, I'd be like, chick that Caleb fucks. Like I'd literally just write that in my contacts if I got her number. And that shit doesn't fly when you forward
contact information.
No. So I had to put in Matt's name and spell it. And I'm like, is that Tuesdays? What am I doing?
Like looking it up.
Oh, Matt, you douche. I think Matt's the one that says that I'm nothing like Glenn Beck, and now he's saying just making Sevy feel good.
Just giveth and taketh away, huh, Matt?
Him and David are sitting in a room together smoking crack, enjoying the show. Okay, Ray Dalio. Yeah, it's a weird thing. Another way to kind of think about it, it's not perfect, but another way is if the entire world, if there was a big pile of gold somewhere and everyone said, hey, we're only going to print as much money as gold that we've mined, so that there's some sort of a balance and there's something that we can actually objectively say that our money is worth something, it's value based on that gold. Well, imagine if that gold is gone and now that the objective value of everyone else's money is based on our money. So we can print money and the rest of the world look at our money as that pile of gold. That's another kind of rough way to look at it. And that's kind of imagine the leverage that gives us over the world too. I mean, it's anyway, Glenn Beck was saying that shit's about to come to an end and we're going to turn into Venezuela.
He's a doomsday guy though, isn't he?
I don't know, but I was like, fuck that. I'm not listening to that. I'm not listening to that. I'd rather, I'm just doing my best. Do you know what this is?
The Tingler.
Yeah, you know about this?
Yeah. My mom worked for the company and the guy that invented that, it's called the Happy Company. His name was Mark.
Oh, will you look that up, Caleb? Fact check if Sousa's making that up. First, Sousa's dropping Ray Dalio's name. Now I pull a Tingler up. And Sousa claims he's 1 degree of separate. Did you ever meet him?
Yeah. I actually drove a forklift into the roof of the building that they were moving out of on accident, and we had to blame it on another guy because I wasn't supposed to be driving the forklift.
Oh, that's cool. Did the guy took the blame for it?
Yeah, he had to because he was in charge and he knew I wasn't supposed to be driving.
Wow.
It was called the Happy Company. It was ripped off a lot, and he never did very much to patent the products, and that was kind of the issue with the company because the products started to get ripped off. It was super easy to make, and he never really did anything about it.
Jay Hartle, listen very closely, everyone. Very closely. Oh, we need to stop selling guns everywhere and we'll save everyone's lives. Listen, this is the kind of stuff that's important. We will turn into Venezuela if they try to take our guns. More like Alex Jones. Dude, I'm a fucking paragon of health. Alex Jones looks like he's going to pop. He's so red. What are you talking about?
Definitely not Alex Jones.
Dick Butter on today's show, Sousa admits to insurance fraud.
You guys.
Alex Jones did not have a man with a giant cock that sells his underwear as a contributor to his show. Good morning, Cameron. I don't even see where you are, but yes, good morning. Did you find that, Caleb? Did you find the inventor of the tickler? Is there?
Yep.
Wow, that's the shittiest tickler I've ever seen. That one's horrible.
Hey, that's version 1, baby. Version 1.
Wow. Look at the one I have is amazing. These are so cheap. The reason why I brought this on here is I think I've shown this before on here, but if you have kids, if you have a baby at home, if your wife had a baby, I highly recommend one of these. I used to do this to my kids as babies. They love that shit. The expressions they would make, the stimulus it would give them. This thing's crazy. This is such a fun thing to do to your baby. Yeah, this one was made in China. Thank you, Judy. Look at Judy pushing for her people.
This right here, this guy was actually, he became a multimillionaire off this product right here onto the right of your screen.
The happy massager?
The happy massager. And that whole entire thing spun the whole company.
Whoever took that picture is an idiot. Because you know what? I know that's sitting on a marble table, but really it looks like it's on someone's back who has the grossest skin ever. You see that picture right there that Caleb pulled up?
Now I can't unsee it.
Yeah, it just looks like,
pretty
ugh. Fuck. Put some lotion on that.
But that was it, the happy massager.
If the pool boy, if I were a supervillain, I'd be called the Tickler. You can decide the context of that on your own. Yeah. I diddled her man in the boat so hard that she died. She was vaccinated though. Yeah, Harry, that was not a good. Judy, I was talking to a friend yesterday. Complete and total libtard. I mean, like total libtard. It's like bad, right? Like the he might as well be fucking moved to Nazi Germany, and he's Chinese, and he was telling me that he was trying to explain to me that he's a minority. Like, dude, you live in the fucking Bay Area. I thought I heard my door open in my office. That's always a creepy sound.
Yeah.
And I can't see over there because the reason why I look so good is there's a beauty light on me. So ask for my money back?
No, it looks good.
Thank
you got a nice glow. That and the sign.
Thank you. So for $2, so those are the things. There's a couple lessons for you. Remember, it's healthy to feel the desire to give to people, and be honest and think clearly when you explain that stuff to your kids. And then we have the tickler. Get the tickler. That's a little bit. After I was like, you know, that's my pushback on Glenn Beck's doomsday petrodollar shit. I was like, you know what? I'm going to come up with some positive. Start the show with some.
He'd never push the tickler.
A friend of mine and a friend of Sousa's, I actually did not see the video yet. I cannot confirm this. But a friend of mine and Sousa's, I don't know if I've told you this yet, Sousa, got into a fight with his neighbor. And took a Theragun and pushed it into his mouth. And he says he has video of the Theragun in this dude's mouth. He said he beat this dude up. And in our friend Sousa's hand is completely fucked up because while he was beating the guy, he missed and hit the concrete.
Oh, hammer fist, baby! Gotta go.
He's I'm gonna give you a hint. He's a brown belt in jiu-jitsu.
Okay.
Trains in Southern California.
Okay.
You know who it is?
Yeah.
And yeah, he said he put last time I talked to him on the phone last week, and he said he put a Theragun in a dude's mouth and turned it on. That's crazy, right?
Was that forced to bust his teeth?
That's what I was thinking. I thought about, did you break his teeth out? And I was just thinking I started thinking our buddy might be gay. There's just some weird, like, how do you think to put a Theragun in someone's mouth?
Was it a lover's quarrel?
No. Well,
oh,
not the version I heard.
Apparently somebody we know has the video, says the person in the comments.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We know we can get the video. Oh, Hiller has the video. Okay. Yeah, it's amazing.
Oh my goodness.
I'm torn that if I want to see. He said he was going to send me the video when I spoke to him, and I was like torn. Like I want to see it, but I know I won't be unseeing that.
Right. Will it mess you up? You know?
Yeah.
How's it look?
Hi, Sarah. Good morning. Yeah, there was no relationship to California hormones and this Theragun.
Theragun incident.
But while Sarah's here, I should mention to you guys Hey, if you are going to do that, by the way, if you are interested in testosterone replacement therapy and getting blood work, you should probably consider doing it sooner than later. If you've just been procrastinating, because there's some weird shit going on with the laws, and you want to get grandfathered in on anything stupid that they might do, any extra hoops they have you jump through. And I think there'll be a lot of it's kind of crazy too, because everyone I've spoken to about it, I haven't heard one negative thing, and I've heard about the mental clarity it's given people, and the stuff that really excites me is the depression shit that kind of goes away. But if you're on antidepressants or any shit like that, and you're on meds anyway, I cannot understand why you wouldn't try to get off of that and go this route. It makes no sense to me why you'd be taking Prozac or Xanax, or I don't know what the fuck the other ones are. But if I was only going to take one medication, I've been on testosterone for a month and feel amazing. Yeah, if I was going to take any medication, that's 100% where I'd go first for anything. Me personally, I mean, I'm not a doctor, but if I had any issue, I would think that route. Anything. Anyway, if you go to California Hormones, you can go there and you can get a free doctor's consult if you put in the code word Sevan. And if you're in California, you can get blood work and free blood work. And to be honest with you, I don't know exactly how this works. I don't mean to speak for Sarah, but I think some people have flown from out of state to Newport to get the free blood work. So I don't even know if you have to. I'm not sure exactly how it works. But and Kat Shear will be coming on next week to talk about it. Philip Kelly's a great resource for it. Andrew Hiller's a great resource for it. Gary Roberts is. And it works on vaginas too. If you have a vagina. Oh, yeah, that is correct. Okay, Sarah says that is correct. Okay. There you go.
I like how Philip Kelly's flexing his T numbers, and underneath him is just Olivia. Wow, Philip.
Yeah, that's cool.
Crushing it in the comments.
Is that a real person? That's another hot chick in the comments?
Now I'm getting skeptical.
How could that be?
Definitely a bot.
We're going to be verifying all our women from now on. We're taking all the wrenches away. Then you have to send us proof it's you, and then you get a wrench.
Now I feel more at home. Trish, hi. Maybe we shouldn't use Gary as a source for anything. Fair. Whatever. Yeah, you know. Wow, Olivia's real. She's real.
Olivia's a horse girl.
Oh, she is?
Oh.
Wow.
Good memory, Caleb.
No, I just went to her YouTube channel.
A hot chick who's a horse girl. Stay away. Stay away. 12. Oh, here we go. I need some tea. The wife will appreciate it.
True that.
Doses, you want to talk about Jon Stewart? About him schooling that guy today? You want to just get right into it? You think he schooled that guy? You think he schooled that politician? We did this already on the show. Oh, I felt my back get a little tight, like I'm ready to fight. Jody Lynn, the only drug I take is CrossFit. Oh, no, I'm the horse girl. Holy shit.
We're already fighting about it.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Wait, so now we just found out we attract horse girls to the show.
Yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense. 12 daily doses. Thank you, by the way, for the money. I do appreciate it. Why the shoes? No fighting today with daily doses, he says. Okay. Where are we? You guys want to talk about viscosity?
Mm.
Let's just go straight to viscosity. It's one of my if something has more viscosity, does that mean it's more it's more slippery? It's more
thick.
More thick. More viscosity means more thick. Let me see. Okay, let's start here. We will get to viscosity today. Let's go to 551. Now, you're going to watch this video and you're going to think I'm showing it for one particular reason, but I'm not. There's a moment in here. This is why you guys watch the show, because I'm weird as shit sometimes, even though I really am normal. I want you to watch. There's a moment here where this girl scratches her neck. Is it scratch your neck or itch your neck? But I'm viscosity as fuck. Yeah. Oh, we got to get Blade back on. We got to stop. Yes. We needed a couple more shows with Blade. What is it? It's scratch your neck?
You scratch your neck, but you have an itch.
Okay. This chick at one point in here scratches her neck, and I want you to notice it's very quick. It's very quick, but I want you to notice her technique. And I was like, oh yeah, that's how I scratch my neck too. I think that's how I do it. You know, if you have a scratch, you normally go like this. Can you guys see it? You go like this, right? You itch it like this. But I want you to see her. And then for women who don't know, if your balls itch, you don't itch your balls. You pinch them and roll them. So you can't just scratch them. It's because there's a ton of skin and bumps and shit all over it. You can't. I'm trying to figure out. It would be like scratching dough. You know what I mean? Like you just can't scratch it. It'd be like scratching a blanket. You can't scratch a blanket. You know what I mean? It would bundle up. What are the balls like? Right? You have to pinch and roll. Is that what Caleb said?
Yeah, you got to like knead it out.
Yeah, different body parts have different. You don't notice the nuances of scratching and itch until just watch this. Let's see. Just see if you can catch this where she does it. Let's see.
Oh my God, guys, she's definitely in a mood today. What better time to mess with her right here? Look the door. What?
Will you pause this really quick? Do you think this girl's this girl's hot, right? She just doesn't. She's just really plain right now and a little angry. But this girl's hot. She probably has like a nice body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
We'll give her that.
Yeah. Okay.
Say I'm sorry.
For what?
For being cranky.
No, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry this time. No.
You ain't getting in. You ain't getting in. Dance in the parking lot. I'll turn music up.
Billy,
No, you gotta be nice.
I'm not doing this right now.
You gotta start being nice.
I'm nice. You owe me an apology.
No, you're not.
That
You're not getting in then.
Let me in.
No, I'm leaving you.
I'm about to make a scene.
I'll leave.
Let me in.
I'll leave. So you're sorry. You ain't getting in.
I'm not saying
There it is. There it is. You see it? You see it? You don't scratch the neck like this. It's a gentle. The neck, the way the skin is on the neck, you scratch the neck like this. There's some spots on your body where you use an upstroke. You saw it, right?
Yeah.
The nuances of movement. She's really fidgety. I didn't realize how fidgety she was, so I was watching it now. She's like fixing her purse strap and like. Unfortunately, I wish I could tell you that this video is good, but it's not, right? Because you're like, we can play till the end, but you're going to be really disappointed.
Oh.
Okay, go ahead. We can play it out.
Here it is. Say, get in. Not door's locked. Say you're sorry, Dumbo. Oh my.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. I wish you would have taken off. You know, if you're a woman and you really want to piss your boyfriend off, he's doing that. Just take your shirt and bra off right there.
He would unlock the door.
Well, yeah, he's not going to like that. Most guys, some guys might. Let me tell you, if your boyfriend loves you, he's not going to like that. There you go. This podcast is like a fever dream sometimes. Yeah, I didn't want to be rude, but I thought she had nice boobs too.
How does he know they're fake?
They're not fake. Who says they're fake?
Wow. I don't know. I just put words in there. I saw Frank and then boobs, and I went like that.
No, Frank. No, Newt. What does that mean? A fever dream? What are you talking about? Fever, like just doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah. I think what was his name? Ed
I would have never
Calderon?
thought Frank would comment on boobs. I can't figure anyone out anymore. I just pictured Frank as being stiff. That's weird. All right. Anyway, there you go. Piece of knowledge for you. This show is just full of helpful tidbits today.
Mm-hmm. Sunday shows add a lot of value
to people's lives.
Yeah, we got the tingler in there. Just
the added value show.
Lots of different neck scratching and other bodily part techniques.
Oh, I wonder. I wanted to. See if I can. I needed help with one of my bits today, and I'm seeing if someone's around to help me. Look at 545. Maybe this is old. This just popped up in my search on my Instagram. Look at this hole in Stacy Tovar's head. Did you ever see this?
Oh yeah, I saw that. That was gnarly.
This happened. This happened from taking off a weight vest. Maybe slide over one more.
There it is.
Holy shit.
Says the nurse. Holy shit, says the medical professional.
It's probably going to need quite a few
Gl-
stitches.
Super glue. Now listen, I wonder what would happen if this is one of the fittest men. Take two. If this is one of the fittest women in the world, one of the greatest movers, think of how much weight and things she carries and drops and moves around. But some of you, for some reason, want to argue that it's okay for someone to hold a 35-pound barbell over a baby's head. Dude, this happened with a weight vest? Are you kidding me?
I wonder how. Like she lifted it this way and it like slid out and boom.
I think in there she says it flipped up. Look, wow, that's a great. Yeah, her head looks like a piggy bank slot. That's a great explanation. Yeah, it's like it dented her head.
That's exactly what it looks like.
Yeah,
It dented her head.
Wow.
Looks like they just used glue too. It's not even must not have been that bad.
Bruce Wayne definitely out partying. No, I believe she hung it up and then it fell on her.
That's a picture with Hiller and Alexis.
Oh, that's Alexis in the foreground.
Yeah.
My goodness. My goodness. My goodness. Anyway, you don't want weight. You don't want heavy objects over your baby's head. I just wanted to reinforce that. While we're on the subject of weights, let's go to 543 also. There's something really perplexing about this video. Before someone back squat, that's 3 plates on there, right? So that's 305.
315.
315.
This is not going to go well.
By the time you get to 315, I mean, like I was so proficient. I never back squatted 300 pounds, but I was so proficient in dropping weights.
Like bailing out of it?
Dude, at UC Berkeley one time, I was going for a max set of either 175 or 185 overhead squats, and I just fucking dumped the steel plates right on the ground. I think it was like on rep 10. Went, fuck this, I'm out.
I bet you that was loud as shit.
Oh,
man.
dude, I'm sure I got kicked out. I got kicked out of there a half dozen times. Like, I never fucked with weights. I have no issue dropping a weight, right? But if you're going for, what did you say this is? 315?
315.
You have to be proficient before you ever dropping a back squat or getting away from a back squat before you get to 315, right? You should be like a master at it. You guys agree?
Yeah. You should know how to bail out if you're going to push your limits, or at least have somebody who knows how to spot.
Like, I don't understand how you would, I don't understand how you would get to this weight and not have not be a good bailer. I guess that's what I'm saying.
I think the kids call it these days ego lifting.
I mean, this guy even has those like shit bars on the side or whatever they're called, the safety bars.
Mm-hmm.
He's got all sorts of options. Okay, you're never going to believe this. You're never going to believe this. It is a successful lift. I'll ruin that for you. But what a...
Oh, you need a belt. No. Oh, Ethan. Oh. Ethan, I thought you were gonna die. I don't know. I got it.
I don't know. I got it.
That was amazing.
You need a belt?
I love that.
Hey, I don't know if I've ever heard anyone say that. Like, you need a belt? Okay, so right there, why doesn't he just quit right there and him and his buddy take the weight off and start again?
Then he wouldn't have made his good morning.
Dude, look at that posture. What a great place to stop it, Caleb. Look at that thing. Oh, so that is what that was. That ended up being a 315-pound good morning. That's Oh, wow. Holy shit. Holy shit. Wow.
No, it's a Jefferson curl.
That's the one that's supposed to be in your arms, right?
Yeah.
It's a weird kind of that's how the adaptive class does deadlifts. If you don't have hands, the missing appendage class, they put your head under it.
Oh my God.
That guy's just going for a little equality. Now listen.
Oh shit.
Jason Miller, everyone you go 135, 185, 225, 275, 315. This is just anyway.
And Blade said that.
Jason's like, why are you guys shitting on the world record for a good morning?
Oh my gosh. Blade said up there at the comments, but I also said the same thing. I said, you don't want to look like you're a dog taking a shit in a park.
No. Oh, that is
exactly
what
what
that
he
is,
looks
right?
like.
Oh, my
Yep.
goodness. Oh, my goodness.
It's actually super impressive he made it.
Too late, Sousa. This can't be saved. Caleb doesn't say much, but when he does, there's zingers, Mr. RB.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, my goodness. So he's the fastest way to the wheelchair division.
You guys.
Jesus Christ, man, this is getting bad.
Holy
Oh,
wait, Judge.
okay. Well,
Judge.
looks like Castro's deadlift.
It's the back squat version.
It's faster. It was faster than Castro's deadlift. You know how strong this dude has to be to finish that rep, especially considering it looks like he's never done a back squat in his life.
That's what I was saying. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Anyway,
Dude, look
listen,
at that.
just a small piece of advice. It's okay to, especially if you got the O shit bars down there, to just come back and fight another day.
Strongly
Oh my
recommended.
God. I just don't understand how he got to that weight without having
Yeah, what the reps before look like, right? Is that what you're
experiencing
thinking?
bailing. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
That was good.
What's the deal with this 540? What this Dylan Mulvaney dude? Is he really sponsored by Bud Light now? It's a 540.
The Twitter or the Wikipedia?
The Twitter. The Wikipedia is I went to Anheuser-Busch. So this is the story. The story is it's that this guy has been pretending to be a girl for a year, and to celebrate his 1-year anniversary of pretending to be like a girl. Oh, that was on April Fool's. You think that is the April Fool's joke? Scroll up a little bit.
It's not an April Fool's joke. It's actually real.
Keep going a little bit. Yeah. Was that real?
Skills, right? I got some Bud Lights for us. So I kept hearing about this thing called March Madness, and I thought we were all just having a hectic month.
That's a
but
dude,
it
people, just so
turns
you
out
know.
It has something to do with sports, and I'm not sure exactly which sport, but either way, it's a cause to celebrate. This month, I celebrated my day 365 of womanhood, and Bud Light sent me possibly the best gift ever, a can with.
Oh, yeah, that. Thank you. There it is. That can't be real.
And everybody now drinks Coors Light.
Right. All just like that. Bam.
All the dudes.
Man. Why is it dressed like a chick from the 20s? I was wondering that too. You probably have to do, if you are a guy and you want to be a girl, that's kind of like the fastest way to get there, is to like start doing like costume shit like that, right? Gloves and necklaces, and like you You're not like that other chick that was hot who was getting like fucked with by her boyfriend. That's just a roll out of bed in the morning. You're a hot chick, right? No makeup, just
Oh, natural.
yeah, just your angry, average angry hot chick. That I don't think if you're a dude, you never get that. You never get to experience that being that kind of chick. You're either hot and everyone believes you're a chick, or you're fucking hideous. Those are the two modes.
No
you
in
have.
between.
No. No.
Either you pass the test with flying colors or you didn't even spell your name right.
Yeah, and it takes so much work to get to go from hideous to pass.
Mm.
Just dudes don't make attractive girls. Most often, it's just a tough.
Yeah.
It's a tough leap. I don't know if this next one's true, but I do want to show it to you. So let's get this get this up on our radar here. Oh, you guys want to hear something? Well, before we talk about that, if I don't know if this is true, I want to. So you guys remember the whole fat penis thing? I was wondering if fat can accumulate on the penis.
Yep.
And a nurse wrote in and said, "Hey, I've seen more cocks than a whore,
Yes.
and I've never seen fat on a penis, but I've seen people so fat that you push down on their fat and their penis pops out." And she says, and it's pretty common, and it can take 2, 3, 4 people to push the fat down, someone else grab the penis and then put a catheter in it. It could be a 4-person job to do that. You guys remember all that?
Yep, the penis troopers.
So
Whack-a-mole.
whack-a-mole, yeah. So this one's pretty. This came in this morning. Normally, I ask if I can read this stuff on air before I read it, but I didn't have time, so I apologize. A doctor friend told me that an obese person came in, and there were all sorts of blue paint chips under the fupa. That's the fat upper pussy area. That's that fat that if you gorge yourself, it grows. It's right over, like, I guess it's right over the vagina and right over the penis, right? And when the doctor asked the person, "Hey, why do you have all these blue chips under your fupa?" The person responded, and I'm wondering if this is, maybe Caleb can help us here, being a medical professional. I'm not sure if it was a man or a woman, but the patient admitted that their lover used a broomstick to push their fupa down in order to get to their genitals. And then this person wrote, "Enjoy your breakfast." So this person had blue paint chip, because just imagine it was a blue broom handle. And they were pushing down the fat to get to the genitals.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes more sense. Okay.
Like a rolling pin.
Okay. That makes way more sense. God, I suck at this game. I pictured it like a man standing on a boat, like using the stick, like to push the boat along on the bottom.
Like a gondola ride?
Yeah, like a gondola ride. Yeah.
Oh, might have been a gondola ride for somebody.
Oh man, good job. Okay. Anyway, I was you think that was the woman using that on the
rolled it back?
Yeah.
Hey, you think it was the woman using it to find the man's penis? Or the man did it to the woman to find her vagina?
I feel like it's the man used it on the woman
to get to her vagina.
Yeah.
Wait, couldn't you just do that by moving the legs back?
Oh, that's
like,
true.
is it going to spill forward?
Oh, no, you're right.
The viscosity of the fupa isn't enough to spill in.
Yes. Yeah, well said. Thank you for getting viscosity there. You're right.
Yeah.
You can just probably throw the legs up over the shoulders.
I've closed a few bars in my day.
There you go. All right. Well, there you go. The saga of the fat penis continues. But I just thought, why not? Like, keep it's just intelligentsia. We're just gathering intel. I mean, we're in a roll of good shit. You guys want something really good? Everyone knows this, but I've never seen an Instagram post of it. Number one, this is put your head under. I don't know why, but as soon as you if you go into a cold ocean or cold water, the second you put your head under it, it makes it like 50% more tolerable. Like if you just go, you know what I mean? Like you just put your waist in, it sucks. Then you can put just your up to your titties. Oh my God, it's so cold. But for some reason, whenever you get your head under, it makes it like instantaneously way more tolerable. You know that effect I'm talking about? Wow. Wow. Trish says, I'm using a series of rubber bands and ratchet straps to hold back Ron's fupa. Have you ever seen that Homer Simpson thing where they pull all of his fat and they tie it into a rubber band on his back and he's skinny? Check this out for those of you who are privileged enough to have an ice bath. I do not have one, but here we go.
If you put your face in the water right as you go in, you activate the mammalian dive reflex. And this reflex,
I don't know what that is. Mammalian dive reflex. Anyway, he uses a bunch of other words like automatic nervous system. But anyway, like, hey, duh, put your head under always. He should have even put it under there even a little bit longer. Parasympathetic nervous system. That's the one that feels sorry for you because you had to do that. It's the gas reflex. It goes away when you put your head under to keep you from drowning. Oh, here we go. George, United States Marine Corps. Putting your face in cold water can activate the parasympathetic. Whenever I see that word, I just think of someone feeling sorry for someone who has no arms and no legs. Can activate the parasympathetic branch of the nervous system, which prompts the body to relax after a stressful event. Yeah, for as soon as you get your head under, everyone knows that. I don't know why we pussyfoot around. Yeah, just stick your head under. Just go get all your cold info from Wim Hof. All right, fine. Yeah, there's better places to get your info on all of these subjects than the Sevan Podcast. If you came here for how to take an ice bath, this is just a little starter kit.
But we're experts.
You're ready to move on to Wim Hof now. We've prepped you. We'll give you a little history lesson too. What president is Joe Biden? 46? 47th? 46th?
46th.
Okay. I'd like to introduce those of you who aren't up to your world geopolitical. This is the 46th president of the United States of America. Number 2, please. Oh, I'm sorry. This is homage to Joe Biden. This actually isn't Joe Biden. This is a love song to Joe Biden. Have you guys heard this?
No.
I wonder if we're going to get in trouble for this. This is so good. Here we go. That's what social media is used for.
Amazing.
That's what social media is for. I wasted too much of my life listening to that. I probably listened to that 15 times.
It's good.
I'm so impressed when people do that. I'm trying to find the 13 looks risque as shit. What is this note to myself? I am not going to apologize, and yet I accept you to accept me. I wonder what that means. Can anyone help me with my notes?
They're always so vague. I have no idea where you're going to go with
What?
them.
Oh, wait. What number is that? I already. What number is this?
This was 13.
Oh yeah, I already did. That's weird. I already did that one. That's that's 13.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. That was this lady was singing to a cow, and when I watched the piece, I was thinking to myself, "Holy shit, how do we eat these animals?" And then Kenneth DeLapp or Eric Weiser, someone said, "Hey, if that cow stood up and killed that woman on accident, it wouldn't think twice about it." I was like, "Oh, all right, let's eat a cow." Yeah, look at even 12 daily doses knows if that cow rolls over. Okay, 556. Like I said, I don't know if this is true. I don't care if this is true. I'm going to use it as a placeholder. Here we go.
going to tell you what I just found out about lab-grown meat, and I can assure you, you are going to be disgusted. The source of this meat, they need fast-growing cells, replicating cells, just like when you have a farm that makes fruit from a tree. You don't want to plant a new tree every week. You want a tree that gives you a lot of fruit, and this is what they're trying to do with meat. And so what do they find? Well, there's something called an immortalized cell, also known as a HeLa cell. HeLa after Henrietta Lacks, who sometime in the 1950s had cervical cancer, and they removed her cancer cells, put them in a petri dish to see how long would they continue replicating, and they're still replicating today. So if you've already started to read in between the lines, you may guess where I'm going with this, that they realized the best source for fast replicating cells to make lab-grown meat that you're going to eat are cancer and pre-cancer cells. That means taking cancerous and pre-cancerous cells, literally putting them as the base and having those replicate to continue as a fast as possible pace, produce the meat that you're going to eat. And if that isn't disgusting enough, wait for part 2, and I'm going to tell you the second source. So I'm going to tell you what I just found.
All right. Don't eat lab grown. Look, let me read that comment right there. All criticism, no solutions. What have you done to feed this exponentially growing world population lately?
Wow.
Oh, fuck. Hey, you're standing on a railroad track and there's a train coming. Can you get off? Oh, you're always full of. No, you don't even tell the person to get off. Hey, there's a train coming and you're gonna get hit. Oh, you're so negative. You never have solutions. Okay, how about you get off the track? The solutions, don't put that in your fucking mouth.
That's pretty obvious, right?
Wow. God, that doesn't work there. That works sometimes to say all criticism, no solutions. That does,
I think the criticism is the solution as well, right? It's like he's explaining why you shouldn't eat it.
Well, this person's saying that there's not enough food on the planet, which is also just complete horseshit. Yeah. Just a fucking lie.
Yeah.
Oh, Eva Claire Sinkowski talked about this on one of her podcasts about fake meat. Hey, here's the thing too. I'll tell you this. I don't even know. I'm not trying to argue against this guy, but I don't even know if eating cancer cells is bad for you. I'm not even going to make that presupposition. I'm just saying I don't like it. That's it. It's enough for me to be like, fuck you, I ain't eating it. I mean, I wouldn't eat lab-grown meat anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't even taste it. I have no desire to.
I mean, anything that comes out of like a package in a box is usually just like fake bullshit with a bunch of sugar and salt so it tastes good, right?
Yes.
Nutritional value has been completely depleted, processed so much that it's just nothing, just sugar.
Sorry, I'm picking with my potential guest.
Are you firing a link off or something?
No, I'm not. Texting, seeing if I can lure this person on for a quick. Okay, so as of now, my official position is I'm not eating grown meat. I don't think there's anything they could do to
convince you otherwise.
Convince me otherwise, anyway.
Yeah, stay away from that. The weird is like that.
And I don't know if that's true what that guy said. No one's saying anything stupid in the comments. It's crazy. The other day we showed that cop, right? Shooting the guy in the guy in the the guy in the bathrobe pulling out the gun and fighting with the cops. And then afterwards, I openly admit I grab my ankles and say, notice the inconsistencies. I'm upset that the cops tackled this guy. And then someone was saying, that's really brave of you, Sevan, to show your inconsistencies and coming to terms with the fact that you can't have it both ways. Instead, someone just ass pounds me in the comments.
What'd they say?
Like, hey, you can't have it both ways. That guy getting tackled deserved it as he was breaking. I was like, yeah, motherfucker, that was the point of the bit.
Isn't everything both ways? Thou shalt not kill, except for when.
Someone sent me along those same lines. Someone sent me can't remember who it is. Bernard Russell, maybe the philosopher. But anyway, they were basically saying that he was basically saying if I had to tell future generations one thing, it was to work on your tolerance. And I was trying to think of like the things that that I need to work on my tolerance, and I just can't. I refuse. It sucks. I just cannot tolerate pedophiles. Not even a schmidgy. Not like none. Like, you know how England put people on boats supposedly that they're bad guys and sent them to Australia?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I won't even send pedophiles like to the moon or to Mars. I don't want them. I think they're can't. I just can't tolerate it. Their behavior, their actions. They can't be like, you know how for a while the Democrats were pushing, I know that's going to piss someone off, but the Democrats were trying to change the name from pedophiles to like people who are attracted to children.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were trying to
minor attracted or something
and
that.
And that they were basically going to say that we're discriminatory and prejudiced because everyone has everyone's feelings and blah, blah, blah are valuable. No, I'm intolerant to that. But I am, this is going to be another nasty thing to say, but I'm tolerant to all the correlates. I'm tolerant to all the correlates.
What do you mean?
Any other sexual, like weird behavior, like using Tinder, using Grindr, dating apps, fucking having anal, with your girlfriend, just any other kind of sex acts that are not part of procreation. Don't involve kids that two consenting adults want to do, fully tolerant for. 100%. You want to get 600 people in a room together and have them naked and just run at each other with hard-ons and make it a pay-per-view event? I'm down. Let me know. I'll have this main star, the guy with the biggest dick on the podcast. Sorry, I didn't even say because or the lady with the biggest vagina, but just no kids. I'm not doing any kid stuff.
Yeah.
I just don't have tolerance for it.
I don't think
Zero. I'm intolerant. Yeah, I'm totally intolerant.
Well, there's a lot.
I'm even tolerant to that growing beef. Grow all the beef you want. I'm tolerant.
Yeah, I think it's
so I must be pretty perfect, or I am the root cause of all the problems.
Pretty perfect.
Yeah, because if tolerance is the key, I'm pretty tolerant. $5.55. If you saw, I don't know, for those of you, the 12 of you that see my Instagram, I made a post. My wife heard the bit that I did on Women Can't Park, and she sent me a text message trying to slap me around a little bit. And then someone posted this. Someone sent this to me. It says, if women are bad at parking, it's only because they're constantly lied to about what 8 inches is. And it's a man, right? If women are bad at parking, it's only because they're lied constantly about what 8 inches is. All right. Fair enough. I like it when bits kind of keep living.
The meta content.
554. This is kind of, can throw this in the neck scratching genre of content. You think I'm going to play it for you, but I'm going to tell you then afterwards what my takeaway is from this video. Okay.
You know who the current vice president is?
Hillary Clinton.
Say it?
Hillary Clinton. I don't know.
Yes. Can you name 3 countries in North America?
U.S.
Good.
China.
2. One more. One more.
Europe, I guess. No. Is it Europe?
Yes, 3. Nice. If it's Friday in New York City, then what day of the week is it in Mexico?
Friday. Hey. Tuesday.
Yes, you almost messed up.
Oh, our country is finished.
We are screwed.
That study, that American IQs, they've been declining. I believe that, yes.
Do you know who the current vice president?
That's the first time I've ever seen Ben Shapiro look like a heterosexual. That's all I saw during that video. I was like, wow, Ben looks like he's straight in that video. Then he talked, and he's definitely not straight. Hey, dude, David, greatest country in the world, dude. He had to interview 12 million people to find those 3 idiots.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's yeah.
But I think you're right. I think it is
the worst.
But Suze, I think we're just being defensive. I think it's actually easy.
Let's put it to the test.
Especially in Times Square. Oh, you want to make a video? You want to go out and ask people questions like that?
Yeah, let's go down. Let's go down to the beach and see the IQ of our fellow Santa Cruzians.
My friend who is Chinese, who told me he's a minority. I said, well, that's because you view the world by ethnicity because you're a racist. I view the world by nose sizes. I don't view it by ethnicity. No, these idiots are all over TikTok 24/7. Oh, shit.
Is it the people making the content on TikTok or the people consuming it that are the idiots?
Probably both. I that guy's content's been around forever. The guy who just says yes. You've seen that guy around forever. Thank you, Caleb.
Yes.
Not thank you. Thank you. Not thank you to Souza. 553. I want to make a congratulations to the new CEO of CrossFit. Amanda Min, putting all those years of business school to use. As of today, I'm officially a small business owner, and I will be taking on full ownership of one of my favorite places, CrossFit Loyalty. I couldn't be more excited and completely terrified all at the same time. This gym and community have been a staple in my life for almost the last 8 years. When I was writing my essay to apply to be an affiliate owner, one of the questions stuck with me: what makes you want to own an affiliate? If you don't know, life threw me an unexpected curveball in November 2019 when my dad took his own life. My world completely turned upside down and my heart shattered. But one thing remained constant in my life: this gym. Not only was it a place I could go to escape the never-ending thoughts in my head, but the members were incredibly supportive, and I honestly don't know how I would have handled the past few years without them. So that's why, to give our local community the same opportunity to discover the magic of CrossFit. Moral of the story is that CrossFit is so much more than a gym. It's a community where you are able to push your mental and physical capabilities, but also be surrounded by a wonderful group of people. Please come check us out. If you or anyone you know is looking to try something new, send them our way, or get back to something old. Next time, send me this ahead of time. I'll make a few small minor tweaks. Anyway, just another hot CrossFit chick wearing a CEO shirt. That's all I see. And congratulations, and cool story. Thanks for sharing your story. Wait a second. Let me see your profile pic. No. No.
Wait. Why? What's wrong?
You want to know the truth? When you first see it, it looks like semen dripping out of her mouth. And then when you look closer, it's her sucking something into her mouth, and neither want to you to attract the kind of people you want. Neither. But other than that, it's a great pic. Just you could Photoshop out that straw, and it's good to go. Anyway, congratulations on the gym, and you make great clothing. Your back is fucking amazing. What's coming out of her mouth? I know that. See, that's the thing. He thought it was something coming out of her mouth. That's what I mean. Yeah, exactly.
I thought she was just taking a sip of a good drink at a pool party.
Yeah. Well, that's because you looked at it a little bit longer than normal.
Heidi says that looks like Grace's profile pic.
That any of these ones with you in the dress are good, but just don't put anything in your. In general, if you're gonna put something in your mouth for a profile pic, send it to me first. Sevan at Sevan Rinsta at Instagram, and I will give you free of charge an evaluation if that item belongs in your mouth or not. Anyway, but in all sincerity, congrats. Stoked for you. Taking over an old gym is hard because the previous guests are going to be, the clients are really loyal to the old owners.
It depends. I wonder too if she, I wonder if I've talked to her. I talked to like 2 or 3 people over the past, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 months that were coaches of gyms that were looking like they were going to potentially take it over.
Bye. It can be hard, man. They'll just the old clients will just start looking for they changed the toilet paper in the bathroom. I don't like it. Oh my god, the class times they changed them all by 5 minutes and fuck me. And you'll just get this stir of just fucking negativity if you're not careful.
Mm-hmm. Or if the owner's been absent, you've been the main coach running the whole thing anyways, and there's a few changes that you want to make that the members might agree with, and then the owner isn't necessarily there. So in that case, it wouldn't.
Are you gonna follow her back? If that's talking to me, I usually, if I see someone wearing a CEO shirt, I usually follow them.
That's the podcast page, though. So
yeah, and no, the podcast page can't do that. And it doesn't even matter if I follow someone. Like I don't scroll. I'm just there to catch DMs or try to. 552. If you are a white person and you really care, this is what you do. 552. If you're some fucking libtard who you want to virtue signal like a motherfucker, do this. Send your kid to this school.
Oh, he killed the one. Oh, Max, no, you almost fell. Go ahead, Max. Go ahead. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Hey, and even his shirt was in Ebonics. Look at his shirt. It says dis. It says dis boy something. Look at his shirt. Look at it. Oh, no, it's Discover. That was just me being racist. Darn it. I thought it'd be like, this boy cool.
That looks like a young Chase Ingram there.
Dude, I didn't know Chase went to all black school. That's killer. No wonder he's so athletic.
He's so patiently waiting to like show his stuff too.
You don't think black kids are cuter than white kids? If you see this and you think, look how fucked up white kids are. That dude looks like he needed to be cooked in a fight in his mom's stomach another 4 months. Look at him. He's a preemie.
Oh.
Fuck is that? Boy, looks like he might have Downs. Yeah, typical, straight from the Armenian guy. We think all young white people look like they have Downs. I know, it's because we're not used to their tiny little button noses.
Oh my god,
that is fucked up. And look how his pointer finger bends backwards like that, like he's got some sort of fucking genetic mutation.
Jesus,
fuck. I know, but what you gonna do? Don't put your white kid around fucking 6 fucking future Michael Jordans. It's gonna get fucking. But that's my son. I mean, that's you, Trish. That's a girl. Oh, all right. He's a good. Hey, this kid turned out okay. This is Chase Ingram. He turned out perfectly okay. He married a hot rich girl. He's still beautiful. Yeah, he's a fantastic athlete. Good dad.
Made it.
Now you know.
He made it.
God. Can't even believe that. That's so me. I could never. That's so me. You know that there was that dance where the kids put their arms like this and they put them on either sides of their waists and shit. Whenever I saw that, I remember, even though the first time I saw it was probably 5 or 10 years ago, I was just like, what is going on here? How do these kids know how to do this? 550. Now we get into some more serious shit. I wish I could tell you this is misleading. When something is so bad, if I told you that like the Nazis killed 2 million Jews and then you found out it was 1 million, like I don't care. Fuck you. Like I really don't care. And I don't care if someone misleads me like that. If someone buys a $620,000 car and they round it up to $700,000, I don't care. I'm never like, that person lied. Never. I don't. You're already like, it doesn't matter. It reaches a point, right? I fucked 18 girls on prom night, and I find out it was 13. You pass. You win. It's like just, yeah, it's like I get it. I've had 2 of every iPhone since they came out. Oh, you actually only had 2 of 60% of them. You win. I'm fine. I believe you. It doesn't even matter. I still think the spirit of what you said is right. I get it. You're fucking, your half-life of your iPhone is half the time it takes for them to come out. You get it? Like, I'm not. So when you watch this, like, I don't care. Like, I get it. This is true enough for me. You don't have to. No one can be like, hey, this is out of context. I know that this was. I know that someone fucking killed 3 9-year-old kids and 3 teachers at a school. And that the same day this came out of the White House, and it's just fucking completely fucking inappropriate. And I'm not one to say what's inappropriate, and I'm tolerant of it though. I'm tolerant of it. I think it's completely inappropriate. Okay, action.
This week, a psychotic transgender person shot up a Christian school in Nashville, Tennessee. 6 people died. 3 of them were children. This is what the White House press secretary had to say.
People don't want their freedoms to be taken. They want us to fight for their freedoms. And so it is shameful, it is disturbing, and our hearts go out to the trans community as they are under attack right now. But this is a president who has said many times before he has their backs. He will continue to have their backs, and he will continue to fight for them.
This
Hey,
week,
get ready. They're going to be. I'm trying to think if I've ever heard of. I'm not saying it hasn't happened, but I never hear of transgender people getting disproportionately beat up. Like if you leave a bar in the middle of the night, I think that Susan and Caleb and I can all speak to this. If you leave a bar at 2 a.m, the odds of you getting beat up if you close the bar go up 10,000%. You're drunk. There's drunk people outside. You just left the bar in San Francisco. You're walking 6 blocks to your car. Like, the odds of you getting beat up skyrocket. I'm not even saying like they might go from 1 in a million to 6 in a million, but that's still a 600% increase. We all know that. Any fucking man who's worth anything knows that. You go out at night, your chances of getting beat up fucking skyrocket. I just don't know. I just don't ever hear of people getting disproportionately beat up because they're transgender ever. I've never heard that. And if they are going to start saying it, you better start saying who's beating them up too. You know what I mean? Like they say that there's Asian hate, even though we know, like, okay, if it's Asian people getting beat up, then tell us who the people beating them up are. We know who it all is. It's the melanated people. So if the transgender people start getting beat up, I want to know, are they lesbians? Like, what's that person's sexual preference? I want to know. Caller, hi.
Good morning, Michael C. How are you?
Good, just having fun.
I have a thought on not fighting with a transgender after a bar because I'd hate to get my ass whooped.
Oh yeah, like some dude, like and you will get your ass whooped by some 6'5" black guy dressed as a woman
with high heels on
and skull fuck you, knock you out, and then fucking skull fuck you. Yeah, that'd be bad.
Put a Theragun in your mouth.
Yeah, put a Theragun in your mouth. Yeah, exactly.
So last week, you know, and this is more on the idea of like looking for things that you consider to be racist, even though they probably have nothing to do with that. So, you know, San Diego County had a huge Indian gaming conference for all the vendors and all the casinos with the tribes and all that stuff. So I was down there with
Native American, Michael. Native American.
No, I can say Indian because I'm part Native.
Indigenous. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, I can say it. So, you know, I'm Italian and Native. I was there with two other natives and a Hispanic female. So the next day we were all having breakfast going over the conference, and we were talking about life stuff. And you know, one of the ladies, the Hispanic lady, was like, you know, as a Hispanic woman, I face racism. And I you know, explained to her. I said, well, what does that mean? Because if you think about it, I'm a white guy that grew up in East LA in an all Spanish speaking home with a redheaded brother. And I've never fit in there, and I never fit in on the reservation. So I think at some point we've all felt different. And if different means racism, then everybody's racist. So we had gone out to dinner at a very high-end restaurant the night before. We got there at 4:45. Our reservation was for 5. The hostess was very polite to my friend. Tells us, please wait at the bar. Your table's not ready yet. Well, at 5:15, we noticed that there's sitting people and we haven't been called over. So we go back up to the hostess. She kind of ignores us as she's taking another couple. Couple happened to be an older white couple. And they're like, excuse me, we're trying to get to eat. So I shared that with her. I said, last night I was looking at that, and all I could see was, for the first time, was like, man, are they racist? And then this morning I came to the conclusion, what if that hostess just sucked at her job and that couple was just a rude couple? It completely takes the energy away from the idea of they're out to get me.
Dude, that's exactly what it was.
I've
never met a single person. Have you ever met a single person? I'm not saying they don't exist, but have you personally ever met a single person who's like, I'm going to sit the white people down first?
Nope. Never in my life.
And hey, just so you know, if someone did do that, let me tell you what they're doing, just so you know. They're sitting down the people in the best seats who they think are going to tip the best because they care about money. And if you get lumped up with someone who doesn't look like they tip because you're black or white or Italian, that's not fucking racist. That's discriminatory and prejudice, and there's a big fucking difference.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Hey, there was something on the show like that the other day where like just people just jump to these conclusions. I love the way you word that. Like, and hey, you know what's even crazier is that you say a Hispanic woman says that.
What's that?
Because just look at the history of Hispanic people. They're not even real. They're the least real of any fucking ethnicity. Meaning they have no fucking history, dude. Those fucking people, all those Hispanic people south of fucking San Diego, those are fucking indigenous Native Americans who were raped by Spaniards in the last 500 years. All of them. And they took Catholicism. Now they're the poster children for Catholicism. They're the biggest psyop the planet's ever seen in modern times in the last 2,000 years. It's a fucking joke. They fucking have less fucking pedigree than the fucking pit bull. And I'm not a fan of that fucking breed, bastardized breed. I mean, it's a fucking joke. The whole thing south of the border is a fucking joke to me. Like just that whole like denial, like all of a sudden, like, yeah.
I never know which way you're gonna go when I call him. That's what I love about it.
Well,
I'm off to my level 2. Day 2 of my level 2. You guys have a great day.
Okay, thank you. Call us and let us know how it happened. How it went. Thank you. Triggered. I'm not triggered. I'm just a fucking elitist, privileged Armenian because my people fucking were isolated in those mountains for fucking millions of years. They just inbred, and I'm just a purebred. So I think I'm just like, it lets me shit on these other breeds of humans. It's just such a modern breed, is what I'm saying.
Just to touch on the hosting and seating, like
Dominican Republic. How the fuck are there anything called Dominicans? You guys are still figuring out who the fuck you are. I mean, you're basically just You're African slaves who were just fucking raped by Europeans. Dominicans. Sorry, go on.
No, that's okay.
Yeah. So, Sevan, are you saying the nose is due to incest? Yeah, probably. I mean, we are fucking a tight inbred group. There's not a lot of us. Okay, go ahead. Sorry, Mr. Souza, go ahead.
No. We'll keep moving forward.
We didn't even have last names until like 2 generations ago. You know that, right? Armenians.
Wait, they didn't have last names?
No.
Seriously?
No, my dad doesn't even have a middle name. No, why would we? There weren't enough of us. That's my sister. What do you mean that's your sister? I thought that was your aunt. Yeah, and like
why are you so judgmental, bro?
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't even have last names. Yeah, that's all that shit's those are modern phenomenons.
Your sister. I thought it was your aunt.
I'm Ecuadorian. I'm Venezuelan. I'm the African countries have a way greater distinction than the South American countries. Like you're not going to mistake an Ethiopian for a fucking Kenyan. Not in a million fucking years. You see them standing next to each other. Yeah, the Kardashians are Armenian. They're the ones that got the good genes. I was more like I came from like the ones that the Armenians who lived like in caves and shit. Hey,
countryside.
so Scotland, have you seen Scotland's leader, their prime minister? Or their president, whatever he is? He's a Muslim, I think. That country's 98% white. Oh, you're gonna play this? His name's Hamza Yousaf. This is kind of crazy. This is really long.
Oh, 4 minutes, 17 seconds. Huh?
Yeah. I don't know who this lady is, Nana Akua, but she's so good. Someone needs to tell her that hair is horrible. I would not dress her like that. That hair is horrible. But she's really smart. She's so good. This guy, oh yeah, that was my Audoxy. Audoxy was my grandmother's name. Audoxy. It's a great name.
Keeps giving Hamza useless. Hamza Yousaf, he's the newly elected First Minister of Scotland. It's pretty underwhelming. I mean, it's only been a few weeks and we've managed to get these
Prime Minister?
in.
Look at this.
Oh, what was that?
It's fucking incredible, right? He's riding a scooter because he has a broken leg, and he got his bitch running behind him with his crutches. And look at, boom. Hey, that would kill Joe Biden.
One question.
Yeah, you're probably right. That probably would. That'd be like a broken hip, and he'd never recover. Good thing he had his mask on, though.
Okay, keep going. Good stop. Caleb's killing it again.
One question I have is, where are all the men?
Do you regret
Oh.
not voting for amendments that would put rapists in women's prisons?
No, I don't.
He put rapists in women's prisons, men rapists in women's prisons. Same thing Gavin Newsom did. He was just in a picture with all those women, and his first comment out of his mouth is, "Where's the men?" There's a thing up here. She goes on to just destroy him. He's complaining that there's only white people leading Scotland, and never mentions that 98% of the fucking country is white. Hey, dude, if I lived in Scotland, I would not want there to be an Armenian leader. Why would I want there to be an Armenian leader? I've chosen to live in Scotland. You want an Armenian leader? Come to the United States. I don't have a, not every country has to do this, what we're doing. It's cool, it's fun. I'm glad I'm part of it. I don't want some Irish dude going and fucking running for office in Armenia. Like it's okay. Those experiments are completely fucking okay. And then there's some crazy iron, and he's complaining that it's just all white people. I don't understand why they don't go to his house, pick him up, and just throw him out of the country. Like, you know what I mean? Just like. Then there's a section in there where he's fighting for women's rights, but his wife is covered up. You know, she wears the ninja outfit, and she's not allowed to pray in the room with him while he's praying. There's all these rules of what his wife can and can't do. But yet he's putting men in women's prisons who are rapists. I mean, it's just.
Sounds like he's just a prop up for the agenda.
Yeah, he should CrossFit for sure. But all that being said, I'm kind of glad that Scotland has those problems.
So we're not alone.
Yeah.
Like
Misery loves company.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it. Fuck you guys. Fuck you, Whitey. Take that.
An Armenian flag CEO shirt.
You know what else is the irony I was thinking about the other day is that my friend who is Chinese, who was on the phone with or texting with yesterday, who was saying he's a minority and you know he's a complete libtard. I was thinking he made fun of me for being Armenian all the time. I never made fun of him for being Chinese. Ever, not once. I was never like, you're a shitty driver. Or, why does your mom have chicken's feet as part of in the cabinet in a jar? 2 + 2 is 5. Where is that? There's something good. Oh, okay, 546. So, you guys send me stuff that's just crazy. Crazy. Someone goes, this is really gonna impress you. You didn't have respectful pickleball. This is really gonna impress you. First of all, Skechers are the worst shoes of all time. Their sponsor's a fucking joke. But dude, is this the slowest sport you have ever seen in your life? Tell me if there's a ball sport that's slower than this. Basketball is faster than this. This is the slowest ball sport ever. Now, granted, this is a great rally. Look, I even wrote that on there. That's what you're laughing at. Slowest ball game ever. Why are kids playing this? Yeah, this is for old people.
I thought it was like an old people.
This
thing.
is pathetic. Although this chick, I'm dying to see the front of this chick. Her outfit is amazing, and she's hot as shit from the back. She probably is a dude, though. Look how slow this sport is. Dude, that was a full spike. Did you see that? That's how fast the ball goes in a full spike. Can you pause this? Does this look like a fast sport to you?
I was expecting it to be slower.
Dude,
I feel like you could hit it as hard as you can, like as hard as possible, and it doesn't go anywhere.
Everything's hittable. Yes. Everything's hittable. It's no faster than badminton. And that has shuttlecocks in it.
We used to play this on a concrete pad when I was deployed, and it was just like so slow. It's like the only way you lose is if you're out of position, because you can hit everything.
I'm not saying it's not a workout. I'm not saying that this isn't a great rally. I'm just saying this, like I could go out there and me and Susan and Caleb could go out there and practice for a few hours and we could have a rally like this. There's nothing going on here. Just dudes with just some athleticism could do this. There's nothing going on here that's like, holy shit. Like ping pong, you're watching top level ping pong and you literally are like, you can't even fathom what's going on. You can't get your head wrapped around it. The curves, the shots, how fast the ball's going. How do they see the ball? You're never once watching this and being like, God, how did she get that? You might be like, that's a good shot. I mean, look at that. Look how slow this is. I like the comms. People were saying that girl in the middle is a ball hog. I don't think so. I think that's just good comms. That was a spike. That was a spike. Don't send me this stuff and tell me that this is fast. This is not fast. This is not fast. Bowling's pretty chill. Yeah, that's true. That ball moves a little bit slower. That's fair. Point, yeah. Renee. I'm not hating on the game either, pickleball, but don't tell me that's fast. Yeah, you can't. Here it is. You can't put the ball away. Yeah. I mean, at least in that game with the shuttlecocks, badminton, there's a certain hitting it slow can sometimes work for you, just like a little drop shot. The fastest object measured in sports is the badminton birdie. Oh, that's interesting. David, it's called a shuttlecock. Tan Boon Huang of Malaysia hit a smash measured at an eye-opening 306 miles per hour. There you go.
Wow.
Oh. Amazing. Yeah, air hockey's I agree. Air hockey's faster. Yes.
Did Caleb have pants on when he got up right there?
I don't know. Did he?
I don't know. We can't run it back.
Did anyone see that? God, I hope not.
That would be amazing. I wonder who's at his house.
Okay.
Yeah, after you played it back the second time and I was watching a little closer, you're right that the ball just doesn't pick up enough speed to make it that quick of a game. Yeah.
Are you wearing pants, Caleb?
I don't think you could hear you.
Caleb, are you wearing pants?
Yeah.
Oh.
Just shorts.
Oh, okay. Okay. We thought we saw you naked.
They're mustard colored.
Yeah. Yeah. So there you go. I just want you to know I'm not hating, but yeah. Oh, look, there's a 541 intolerance. What is this? Subject of tolerance is here.
Shoot me a DM next time. I'll send you a little something.
This is back, and here's the thing: we were just talking about the knucklehead Muslim running Scotland, but I have 100% tolerance for it.
Oh, we've seen this before.
We have seen this.
Yeah, where he comes over and he's like, "I don't shake hands for religious purposes," and then she gets all bent out of shape.
We played this on the show.
Yeah.
Son of a gun! I have no memory of that. Zero.
I don't think I've seen this. So if you want to play it,
Yeah, we'll play. But here's the thing. Yeah. So like I don't have any issue if you want to cover your woman's head with a cloth and your woman wants to stay hidden and all that's like, do what you want to do. I'm fully tolerant of it. It's just the inconsistencies. If you're going to do that, then at least tolerate women not wanting to be in jail with men and being raped by them. Okay. Sarah Buckman.
Mm-hmm.
I'm triggered by her haircut. Okay, go. Would you know that about me? Do you know me well enough to know I'm triggered by her haircut?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. For Sarah and Caleb Beaver, I dedicate this piece.
No, I don't shake hands with women for religious reasons. Yeah, for religious reasons.
In that case, I don't think I can speak to you anymore.
Why? Is that what?
Can you pause this?
Really offensive.
No, men.
I would be if someone wouldn't shake hands with me, I would think it was totally their loss. She took offense to it. I would feel like I've gone to like these Jewish events where you're not allowed to hug certain women because if their husbands are there, you're not. And I always think I'm not offended. I'm always like, damn, that sucks for them. I'm a fucking great hugger. I push my big old titties up against you. No, it's like to hug a little strong little man, little Armenian man. Smell some of my pheromones.
Your musk.
But this bitch got offended.
And he told her too, it was religious purposes. Usually if somebody doesn't do that, you're kind of left wondering in your head, like, was it me? Did I smell? Like, does it not like me? But he was like, oh, I don't do it for religious purposes. And then still engaged, like friendly with the conversation.
Yeah, he's the one he's the one that shackled.
True.
Like, does that bitch not know she's hot? Like, everyone wants to shake hands with you.
If somebody said it was because of COVID, then they'd be like, oh yeah, okay, got it.
He's not,
good point.
He's not right. He's not excited that he can't shake hands with you. He's like the guy who's like abstaining from eating a second piece of cheesecake. He's not happy that he's not having the second piece. He has to do it. A little discipline. Okay, here we go.
But hold on. This is good. This is good. It shows you that they're incapable of having conversation with someone who doesn't believe in certain values. So they wouldn't be shaking hands with a tribal leader in Africa. They walk away from them. Because you're not allowed to shake hands with tribal leaders in Africa. If you had a Jew, you wouldn't shake hands with them because an Orthodox Jew. So in other words, if you don't believe in our liberal values the way we accept them and the way we shape them and the way then we're not going to have conversations with you. So that's intolerance. That's liberal intolerance. And I'm very happy it was on camera. Walk away. It's feministic intolerance.
Yeah, I'm Angela.
No, I don't shake hands with women for religious reasons.
You have to be a full-blown psychotic now to be a liberal. Or you just haven't come to terms with it. You're a full-blown... Sorry if there's anyone liberal listening. Well, I'm not sorry. You should just come to terms with it. You want to sort of tiptoe out of the room now. Every reason that you were a liberal originally is done. They're gone. All those reasons were gone. The only thing that's left, the only thing remaining that the extreme liberal fucktard party has now is their hatred for the right. And I feel you on that. I get it. But that's all you're left with because none of the values or morals or ideologies or things that you wanted are part of that party anymore. You wanted it because it was free and tolerant and loving and open, and it's just not at all. Zero. And so all you're left with is your hatred for the right. And I guess that sounds like a pretty shitty reason to be a part of something. Steve Flores, $5 for being late to my Sunday service. Souza, buenos dias. Beaver, good morning. Morning, private. Are you a private?
No.
Oh. And Sevan Podcast. That means good morning in Armenian. Wow.
So that means he thinks I'm Mexican?
Why? What did he say? Oh, yep.
Buenos dias.
Yeah.
I'll take it. That was the first time I had a hate crime against me. 7th grade. So Sean Williams threw my paper on the ground and said, Mexicans pick it up off the floor.
No shit.
Yeah. You know, like when your teacher puts all your stuff and it's like, hey, go get your graded papers. They're all over there. And everybody kind of like looks through for theirs. Like he picked mine up and I was like, oh, and he like literally tossed it down in front of me. He's 2 grades older than me. And said
Crazy.
That. And I was like, oh, I'm not even Mexican.
God, I love your hair, Sarah. I'm such a whore. Sevan, I'm triggered by how sexy you are. And all of a sudden I just love her hair. One nice thing you could say to me. Actually, and I'm absolutely a putty in your hands. Private Beaver.
My dad was Major Beaver.
Was he?
Yeah.
Hey, does your family ever talk about your name? Like, you guys sit around at the dinner table and tell, and like, what's the best Beaver joke you heard? Have you ever had?
No.
You ever had a one-on-one with your dad? Dad, this name is fucking crazy.
I don't know. I think he like at one point I like told him about something that like somebody made a joke about it.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, they're gonna get that a lot. Okay. Cool. Then that was the end of that.
Man. If you do end up having a conversation with him now, I want to hear about it.
Okay.
Secretly record it.
Yeah, the Beaver.
He probably wouldn't even care. He's pretty active on social media. So.
The Beaver.
Leave it to Beaver.
You guys want to hear about? You want to hear about rising water?
Mm-hmm.
548. I think I have a feeling Susan's going to say we've played this before too.
Am I that guy today? You've played this one.
No. It's fine. I didn't mean that in a derogatory way. But I feel like, I found the cum viscosity thing. Okay, but we can play this. By the way, there's a couple weird things going on here. I don't think that I'm not hating on this chick's outfit, but it's distracting. I don't think it's complimentary. I don't think it's complimenting this. I love boobs, but I don't think it's necessary. You know how you like when you ride a bicycle, you shouldn't tie a sweatshirt around your waist because it could get caught in the back tire and pull you off.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? You guys know that phenomenon? You see it happen in college periodically. Some drunk chicks like gets pulled off her bike because something fucking gets caught in her spokes or in her wheel when she's riding her bike. I don't know. Anyway, her tits aren't the point of this video, but since they're front and center, they kind of became it. Anyway, here we go. This is global warming.
The water on the planet is going to rise up 10 feet. That means the southern part of the United States is gone. England is gone. Most of Europe is gone. If that's the case, let's just take Florida, for example, which is one of the fastest growing beachfront condominiums on the planet. In the prospectus, when you invest, there should be, in the footnotes, if global warming happens and water rises 10 feet, this investment you made is fuck all. Not one single investment prospectus written this century has alluded to global warming. Not one motherfucker. If it were really true, the banks wouldn't invest. The banks wouldn't finance. With the greatest respect, ma'am, it's the greatest fraud that's been perpetrated on mankind this century. If the water...
Do you believe that? Do you think that's true?
Yeah.
Because banks make bad loans knowing that they'll never get paid back. Right? I mean, that's what the bank crisis was, right? The financial crisis.
Well, that was the way that they were allowed to give like subprime mortgages out. So that was different. Usually they try
Is that different though?
Yeah, because I think the way that it was that they were incentivized to give out mortgages was different than the normal one. Like they weren't really worried about their ability to be paid back at a certain point. And I'm sure I butchered that and oversimplified it, but
so because because I want to believe what this guy is saying.
Yeah, I mean, you were talking about it before. Who gives us the truth? The bean counters, right?
Right. The bean counters always have the truth.
The
insurance companies always have the truth, right?
So
they know COVID's fucked.
Are they
They know about the vaccine. They know all that stuff. They've seen all the numbers.
So why would it only extend to that, and not everything else that's being perpetrated?
Right. Okay.
Propagated.
Yeah. I'm just thinking maybe they found another way to make money. They're like, okay, it doesn't matter if the tides rise; those people will still have to pay back the money. In short term, we can make our money back. Blah blah blah. But
not if they're given 30-year mortgages and it's all doomsday every year. You know what I mean?
Right. There was something really funny that Renee said. She used the word jugs. Oh man. You can't be taken seriously if your jugs are hanging out. Jugs.
Jugs.
No one is focused on your verbal content. Jugs. Cleavage is such a strange word. I know, it's great. Cleavage. When I see cleavage, I see Caleb and Beaver for some reason in one word. I don't know why, but my brain just sees it like I see both their names. Cleavage, Beaver, Jugs.
That's
Anyway.
like a woman hater thing to say.
Jugs is? I like Jugs. Jugs are cool. Chest fat. Wow, chest fat. That's nice too. I just can't believe you're blessed with just such incredible chest fat.
It's like that video I sent you yesterday.
That's why. Oh, that video you sent me yesterday was crazy. I didn't like that. You point Beaver. I told Beaver I like all boobs, and he sent me something. I don't even know. Yeah, I don't even know what it was.
You want me to pull it up?
No. No. That's why FEMA had to change the floodplain model. Insurance companies weren't going to be able to pay the banks back if more extreme weather events happened. FEMA knows a lot of stuff.
She does.
Jugs or hooters, milk holders, milk bags, knockers.
Wow.
I'd love to see Beaver's chest fat. If there was one girl in the audience who would be attractive, I would expect her to be from Europe. And this girl's from Europe. I totally see you attracting European women.
Yeah,
Take that for what it's worth. We can discuss that offline if you want, or we could do a whole show on why I think that.
I'd love to hear it.
Pool boy, I saw SEMA, but I hear semen. Fair enough too. Jeez, everyone's getting fucking destroyed.
Yeah.
Breasticles, nah, not so much fan of that. Let's not use mixed breasts and testicles. That's
Testicles.
Okay. 535. This is titled "Cum Viscosity."
535 is not the. What number is it? 535 or 545?
535. Cum viscosity. Here we go. The show's now that your kids are awake. The show's taking a dark turn.
Sunday service.
Yeah, here we go.
The first guy I've ever been with who has had a vasectomy. So I had some questions about that. I was like, when you finish, is it clear? Like that white Gatorade flavor? Just have Glacier Frost on tap? What's going on? I'm just trying to prepare myself. I was like, does it taste better when there aren't kids in it? It's like, or maybe it's just air, right? Like one of those pressurized keyboard dusters that's like, psst, you're like, oh. Startles you. Finally, I just went, Bill.
No, it's like they're always discussing how they got to where they were going, like navigating things. And one day you guys were talking about how you drove somewhere, the two of you, and it's all I could hear was that SNL skit. I really wish I
hate
could,
you. I hate you.
I wish I could play it. I'll see if I can find it and play like a snippet of it. But yeah, it sounded like the Californians, and so there's a little bit of it. But
Is that like where they make the thing where if you're in the Northern California, you say 680 to 580 to 880, and if you're in LA, you say the 5 to the 405 to
yes,
yeah,
just like that.
yeah.
Seaman 0. That's good. Oh shit! Here we go.
This guy was selling him on the off ramp over by the 2. Hey, honey, I brought us some tangerines. This guy was selling them on the off ramp over by the 2.
So I heard that one time. But
One time, people. One time. Yeah, that's how I'd do it if I had to do it too. You don't taste it, you just open the gullet and swallow. Yeah. I would be I just wouldn't want to. Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's what is it? Is there anything I do that with where I just don't want to taste it? There's this thing when you taste something, like your tongue pushes up on the roof of your mouth right as you swallow or something, so you can taste stuff. Is that what happens? What's the mechanism? Is there any good slow motion video or inside the mouth video of what your tongue does? There's some action your tongue does when it wants to taste something. And it's like, I always think about that. I'm like, okay, I don't want to taste this. Tongue, chill out, relax. Don't do whatever that thing you do that pushes it up against the roof of my mouth.
I think the tongue is what's pushing the food back to swallow.
Oh, is that what it is? Yeah. That makes more
So
sense than what I was.
Taste it, you leave it at the bottom. Like you have to like consciously leave it at the bottom of your mouth.
Ooh, just take it in the gullet. Fuck. That's fuck. I think you could get hired anywhere if you put that in on your resume. And I just want you to know that I don't taste semen. I just take it in the gullet. Misha, why don't you have a profile picture, Misha? Misha, how is Russa? Misha, how is Russa? How is Putin, Misha? Misha says, Sevan, why has there not been a show about team and age group qualifier? I miss JR. I miss the RJ. He's a good man. Misha. Tomorrow night. I'm going to call Brian again.
Yeah. See what happens.
Get hung up on again?
Yeah. He's gonna be pissed.
You think he will be?
Yes.
Let me see. Oh, he won't answer from the
the podcast line. That's the dead giveaway. You're live.
Yeah, here we go. He's not gonna like this at all. That sucks. Misha. Talk to me, Misha. Misha.
He probably knows you're live. He's just not going to answer now.
You didn't even ask for Brian. You asked for JR.
we call Brian.
Dude, I do a Frisbee show with this guy. I can crank call him all I fucking want. Brian is a normal human being. Brian isn't a normal human being. He's a rare specimen. It's fair. Right. That's fair. Misha. I think tomorrow night. I saw this morning a text come from Souza trying to schedule a show for tomorrow night. And I do think that JR was also invited on that show. I don't know for sure.
Was that tomorrow night? Or was that supposed to be tonight?
Oh, tonight? Is it tonight?
I think that's what was going on in the text.
Tonight would be great for me. Yeah, then tonight would be great for me.
But we'll have to double check with Brian.
Yeah. It's all contingent on that rare specimen that you call Brian.
Hey, do you say the word hella?
I don't, but maybe I used to in the 3rd grade or something in 4th grade. Hella.
Caleb, you
hella
never
cool.
say it, right?
I say hella.
You do?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I used to live in California for a little bit too, so I think I probably picked it up a lot.
Do you ever hear me say hella? I don't think I say it anymore. I think I got rid of it
You
like in
don't?
the 7th grade or something.
I say it all the time. A couple comments up ago, Heidi made fun of me. She said I sound super Cali. But
Sousa really
northern.
is in Northern California. I'm not really in Northern California anymore. And then I did 10 years in you have to kind of, California is like, when I think of Northern California, I don't even put, I guess San Jose, but I think of really the East Bay.
Oakland.
Berkeley, Oakland,
San
and
Francisco.
Livermore. I don't even know if San Francisco just has a shithole now. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This
Always come back.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Hey, I'm live on the air right now.
Okay.
I was just wondering if we were going to do a show tonight. Misha wanted to know.
I think we have a plan for that, yes.
Okay, and could you give us maybe just a time? Nothing. You don't have to commit fully, but just something that like the dedicated listeners could get like some hope and rally around for some reason to not kill themselves today. Something to look forward to this evening.
You mean like dinner with their family?
No, I mean like listening to you talk about the online age group adaptive qualifiers, like maybe like at 6 o'clock or something tonight, Pacific Standard Time, or 6:30.
You already know that we agreed today.
I don't know. That's not true. That's not accurate. Hey, would you ever answer? What'd you say?
Either of those times is fine.
Okay. Sousa said, just to be clear, Sousa said, what time do you guys want to do it? 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I said, that's good. So we're just waiting for you to chime in on that thread. Oh, you're going to do it now?
Hop on.
You know, people said, oh, thank you. Okay, so Brian just responded on the text thread. That time works. Okay, and people, I just want you to know, people in the comments thought that I shouldn't bug you live on the show, but I justified it that I do a Frisbee show with you, and therefore I have a right to call you live on the show.
You can always call. You never know what's going to happen.
All right. You're a good dude. Thanks, Brian. We'll see you this evening.
That was hella cool.
He must have got disconnected before he was able to say goodbye. Misha, HK, $15. Thank you. You're the best. No, Brian's the best. Okay, so we'll just see if JR
Is that Hong Kong?
Yeah.
Sevan rolled over and showing his soft white underbelly. I will bow my head in complete humility at all cost in order to make this show succeed. You guys want to see a giant dog? I have a dog like this, 531. This dog is called a Borbal. Borbal. I have this exact same dog. Mine's a little leaner than this, a little more muscular. But
Look at that red rocket.
That thing is something.
Oh, boy.
Thank you, Mr. Wayne. Thank you, Bruce. I love it how it's just like
wow.
That is nuts, dude. That is nuts.
That's something.
No penis penis left on what do we do on the show? We have a penis gazing. We need an audio. I wish for all these segments, like this should be just a segment, penis gazing.
Like a little soundbite that plays
Yeah.
or something. Oh, we
Yeah.
could do that. I could do that.
God. Yeah, even that. Good. Play that a few times. I kind of prefer, now that I've seen it, I don't like it as much. I prefer just like getting a peek at it. The penis is not something you want to stare at.
Not directly in the eye.
No. Caleb just kind of ruined the penis for me. Caleb, 99 out of 100 times I like your freeze frame. But I just prefer watching that just kind of flop around. The way it moves is almost, I mean, you can tell it's heavy, right? That's not like, yeah. And it's like, it's like, you know, a paper towel roll is hollow. So when you move it around, it doesn't move nice. But that's like, that dude's, that thing is something else. God. And that dude's bathing it. My goodness. Anyway. That dog's going to have hip issues for sure. Oh my God. The dongathon. Hey, after I have like maybe in 10 years, someone could go through all the pieces and just put together like an 8-hour compilation of all just the cocks we've rolled through.
Oh my God.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Well, we've met our quota today. The show's met its quota for penises. Not exactly what you expected.
Gosh.
What is this one? 526 women. The dongathon. My goodness. Demonetized, yeah, probably. Okay, here we go. First of all, I don't mean to be judgmental, but like that lady, that's her look right there.
What do you mean her look? What do you mean?
Just like, I mean, her hair and her glasses and her sports coat and her green turtleneck. And what's that thing around her neck? She's a fucking caricature. Kaholi Vanger? Kaholi Vanger? Is that a trick name? Is her name a trick name?
Yeah.
Seems like it.
Like something banger?
Yeah.
Kaholi Vanger? Anyway, wait till you hear this. This is a joke. This woman is rationalizing that women are so shitty at sports. This woman is rationalizing that women are so shitty at sports that men should be allowed to play in them, I think. No. Yeah, basically. She's saying let's figure this out together, what she's saying here. This is crazy. Her hair's probably healthier than yours. Are you kidding me? That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard anyone say. My hair is crazy healthy.
You question it, Yash.
Yeah, my pubes aren't. I soak my pubes, but this thing on my head.
You soak them? Is that what you just said?
Soap.
Oh,
I lather.
soap.
I lather my pubes. Yeah, I lather. So my head hair. I don't lather my head hair. Okay.
Aren't good at sports, so does it matter? This Democrat in the Minnesota House of Representatives explains that women aren't ever going to go pro in sports, so it really doesn't matter if you let transgender women into women's sports.
Her outcome was going to be the same. She didn't go to the Olympics. She was going to be a D1 athlete, which only 7% of high school students go to be that. Only 7% going to play collegiate sports, and 2% make it to be D1 athletes. Only 2% of that 2% makes it to become a pro athlete. So the fears that we have around a fair competition, it is fair. And the few trans girls that play with other girls, our cisgender girls, will be okay.
I think what she's trying to say is that women can't be real athletes, so it doesn't matter what happens in women's sports.
Hey, dude, this is just crazy talk. This is, I wish I could explain how stupid this is. First of all, that's how all sports work, by the way.
Yeah.
That's how everything works. If you want the purest gold, you're going to get less and less. If you want the best diamonds, you're going to get less and less. It has nothing to do with who makes it and who doesn't do it. It's basically I know you guys know what I'm saying. It's like the CrossFit games, right? We're just doing a method to try to find who the best are. But to rationalize that contextually, so few of anything make it to the top.
Yeah.
She's suggesting because so few women actually become pro athletes that it's okay to let a few men enter their sport. That's almost an argument to not let them. Once again, people, this is not like why do you want to be part of a political party that thinks like this? Someone defend this.
And who does she talk to about it before she goes on there? You know, like these people have like other people in the room, and she's like, "Oh, I got this thing I'm going to today. Here's what I'm gonna say," and no one's like, maybe you should think that through a little bit more."
Isn't that just like isn't the pedophilia and the women hating just a total deal breaker for you, and that you could just jump on the other side no matter what they do? All right, so they believe in angels. All right, they got this weird creature named God. All right, they like guns. Can't like they want to pay people who actually work. They don't want to give out handouts. Like, can't you? They got this weird rule, this golden rule, treat others how you'd want to be treated. Can't you jump on board with that team? I can. Isn't that just a crazy deal breaker for you that they hate women? Man.
Or the intolerance. Isn't the intolerance a deal breaker? If you don't
Yeah.
think like we do, you're outcasted from the group. And in fact, like, have you been watching any Alex Stein stuff recently?
I saw him get attacked.
Dude, aggressive. Go to, you know, when you go to those type
I
of
saw him
rallies,
get attacked. Was that at a transgender rally?
Yeah. The
That was
love
crazy.
and tolerance and acceptance group, and they just threw coffee on him. They threw water on him.
Spit him. They physically assaulted him. They're hitting him.
They hit him. They pulled his hat off. They knocked his phone off. A couple of them he did right in front of the cops. And they're like, "Look," and the cop isn't doing anything. And the cop
Cops
stood there,
didn't
and I
do
was like,
shit.
Shook his head like, well.
Sarah Buckman, she looks like she's never played a sport in her life. Yeah, I agree. I like it how he's using Don Terrius. Hey, a shirtless black guy is always good cover. Always.
And then right away, someone spit something on him there, and
Children cannot consent! Children cannot consent! Children cannot consent! Children cannot consent! Children cannot consent!
they just mob him. They just mob him.
Did you see that lady like covered in makeup with the purple hair and all that? Like that might have been a man. I'm going to say something that's not going to be really popular right here. That's how I view like a lot of just modern day women, period.
Who's this shirtless guy?
That's Don Terrius. That's his like that's his that he calls that his sister's husband. That's his brother.
His wife's
even though
boyfriend.
it's not. Yeah. His wife's boyfriend. That's right. His
Yeah.
wife's boyfriend. Like all these Instagram chicks that everyone thinks are hot and have millions of followers and are covered with makeup, I view them the same as kind of the transgender community, to be completely honest. I just see them as just clowns. I don't mean that in a negative way, but literally like Barnum and Bailey clowns. Wow, he's fighting with them.
Mm-hmm.
That thing with the bandana fought him.
Yep. She just comes over and puts water
Why?
on him.
Can you imagine doing that to someone?
And I thought they were supposed to be all about tolerance and acceptance and love. And
This guy says you want to get spit on?
yeah, and this is it right here when he's like, "Look, and the cops aren't doing nothing." And he's just like, "Yeah, well,
Is that a man or a woman, that cop?
it's a guy."
Like that. That's how I view, like, if you walked around Walnut Creek, California, like those are the, like, but they're supposed to be hot women. Like that's how like so many women like that people think are hot. I view them the same as this. Like if it took you an hour to leave the house, like you're just a circus freak to me. Not in a bad way. I don't care. I'm tolerant of it. More than tolerant. I accept it. Curious. He is allowed. He would be allowed to carry a gun there, probably.
Well, not in New York City.
You're not?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't think you could.
In the Bay Area,
rent
he could be
something there.
carrying a shotgun. It couldn't be concealed, though.
Yeah. And they would have definitely have taken it, by the way, too. They wouldn't have allowed that.
That was the thing with the Black Panthers. If you didn't know, that's what scared the shit out of people. They would walk around the Bay Area fucking 20 deep, all carrying shotguns, and no one could do anything. Yeah, man, we should have Alex back on. It's time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that girl. If you're like, this is that girl throwing water at a grown man who's 6'3". You know, if he would have went over and punched her in the face, I think that's okay. She threw water on him like 6 times. I just think that there's some like natural law. I don't think you're allowed to do that.
I think for me, it's the spitting that crosses that line, not the water. Like,
but why is she even like? There's like some law. There's like some understanding of natural law that you're not following. You think
I mean, I
you think
completely
that you're
agree with that.
protected? Yeah.
I just don't think
I'm not
that
saying it's
result in
right.
being punched. You know, that's a different. Like the water, he's wet, and a half hour later, he's dry. If somebody like Alex turns and punches her, like you're hospitalized. Like if he just cold cocks her, boom, right in the face.
I hear
like
you.
that.
I hear you.
So I don't think those are equal.
I'm not mad at him if he does it. Let's put it that way. There's a natural law there that's just being broken. Like, hey, you shouldn't be allowed to do that.
Yeah.
There should be consequences for doing that to a man who's 6'4", 6'3", whatever Alex is.
Now the coffee, especially if the coffee was hot, that's a different story because then you're crossing that line onto like physically hurting them, right?
Okay, you guys want to get just straight Richter. We had too much fun looking at dog penises. Look, this 523. This is where this is. We'll play this. We're going to play this whole thing here. This is where you have to really start. Once again, how are you still voting Democrat? I just look at this, and then I'm open to it. I'm not asking like facetiously or sarcastically. I want to know what the Republicans have done that's so bad, or independents, or libertarians, or any other party you could vote for. What that's so bad that you don't be like, okay, even though I hate those guys, I'm going to vote for them to stop this, because this is Democrats, right? What you're about to see right here. Here we go.
Good evening. Many of you know me, so I am here to discuss this atrocity of assignments. I want to first say you're a liar. It's not a rumor. I have the proof right here in my phone of with whom would you do it with? And my daughter specifically stated that the teacher put up a wheel on the class board and it stated anal penetration,
Can you pause this?
oral sex.
So this guy's speaking to a school board, and he's saying that the teacher put up on the board a wheel, like a spinning game wheel, and asked, who would you prefer to have anal penetration, oral sex, licking of ear, kissing? These are things in a classroom. Okay, go on. This is crazy.
Licking of ear, kissing, and he wanted them to write down the initials of a boy or girl that they would do these activities with.
Pause.
Now, I don't.
The assignment was from the teacher at the school to write the initials of someone you wanted to do those activities with. Do you think that those board members are Republican or Democrats? Do you think that teacher's a Republican or Democrat? We don't know. We don't know. I don't have that information for you. I just never hear any Republicans defending this position ever. Ever, ever, ever. And I hear shitloads of Democrats defending this position. These are Democrats. Like what are you doing? Voting for that party. I understand you don't like the orange-haired guy. I get it. Fine. So you're going to put your ego and what you don't like of the orange-haired guy because he 3-point shoots paper towels into people who've been damaged by a hurricane in Puerto Rico over harming your kids? I mean, this is nuts. Okay, keep going.
I don't know what's worse, wanting to know my child's sexual fantasy or who they're going to have anal penetration and oral sex with. What is he gaining from this? What do you gain from this information? Why has my daughter that naively did the assignment? Because she's scared. She wants to get good grades. She wants to be, get her license. She has to get good grades. And so she does this assignment. Where's the assignment? Why hasn't she had it turned back to her with her grade on it?
So his daughter not only did the assignment, but now this guy's asking the school board, how come the assignment was never returned back to my daughter? I mean, this is just some fucking crazy shit. This isn't isolated. This isn't isolated, just so people think. We had Zach T-Lander say, hey, maybe we're putting too much attention on this. This is a constant theme that keeps reoccurring from these institutions where like 89% of all the people who work in them are Democrats. It's nuts. Patrick Bet-David did a whole thing on that, on basically how these schools from K to graduation, Harvard's probably the worst, are just indoctrination camps for this kind of fucking thinking. It's getting way out of control. Keep playing, Caleb. Way out of control.
What is he doing with it? Is this for his spank bank? Is he literally using this for his sexual deviant? These are questions that need to be answered. He verbally sexually abused every single child in that class.
Pause. Hey, I'd never heard this idea before. I don't know what you guys think about it, but I think if you ask someone who, I don't know what the age is, under 18, fucking pick an age. Definitely, if you ask a 14-year-old girl, hey, tell me someone whose dick you'd like to suck, I'm fucking jail time. I'm done with you. Sorry. I don't think anyone over 18 should be talking like that to anyone who's 14. I think that does come up as sexual abuse. I don't know what you guys think. Do you have any thoughts on that, either of you? Should anyone be saying that?
I completely agree with you. Any child that's under the age of 18 that is a minor, you don't fucking even go there with the 10-foot pole. And if you do, there should be serious repercussions.
What about freedom of speech, though?
What do you mean? I don't understand that question.
Like you're saying that I can't. You're saying
that's a question, and I'm like perpetuating it on you. I'm not.
What if I'm just standing on a street corner and every time a little kid walks by, I say, "Hey, do you want to suck my dick?"
Yeah,
we're headed there. I'm only asking that because we're headed there.
I protect your freedom of speech, but don't be surprised with the consequences that come with that action.
I don't even know, dude. I'm struggling. I don't think you should be able to talk like that. I think that's. I don't think.
Yeah,
you should
but
be
you
able to
can't
talk like
not.
That.
Unfortunately, that's part of the double-edged sword that is freedom of speech, because who's going to govern that, and then how are you going to do it? And it's a slippery slope, and then so there's all that. So for me, it's one of those situations that, like, yeah, it should not be done in any circumstance, but it will be protected under free speech because that's how that works. But if you start
definitely, what about a teacher? Okay, so you're saying some crazy whacked out dude
standing on the street corner saying that,
but he. Oh,
hey, by the way, dude, you only have to go to Berkeley. I was just speaking with one of my members,
yes.
And he was like, we went to Berkeley for a few things, and he brought his daughter and his wife, and he's like, we were there for 10 minutes, and I was like, we had to get the fuck out of there because, as he said, right when they walked out of the parking structure, just a dude fully naked, right there in front of his daughter.
Yes. Hey, dude, on a regular basis, on a monthly basis, I would see people walking down the street there screaming the craziest shit that I would never even say on this show, just through crowds of people. Crazy shit that makes the KKK look like nice guys. And no one does shit to them, by the way, in Berkeley. Tom, hi, good morning.
What's up? It's Tom. Good morning, guys.
Hi, good morning.
Morning.
Hey, Sousa, we're not going to say that has anything to do with free speech, buddy. I love you, but no.
I don't know, Tom. Really?
And not in a classroom, by the way, not in a workplace. But if you're just out on the street, how are you going to govern that? Because I know where you're going with this. How are you going to govern it? Who's going to govern it? And how are you going to stop that from 30, 40, 50 years down the road?
Yeah, Tom.
Restriction of all speech.
What if it goes from this, Tom? What if the same argument, bear with me here, I know we haven't let you talk yet. What if the same argument is like, hey, you can't yell at some girl on the street who's 14 years old, do you want to suck my dick? But you can yell, you can't tell 14-year-olds without their parents around, hey, it's really important you take this vaccine, you take these drugs. And if your parents think that if their parents are telling you different, your parents are fucking crazy. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's happening.
No,
that's
I get what you're
happening.
saying.
That's happening.
So what the difference is so there's a couple of points here.
Okay.
Number one.
Good. Unfuck us.
We
I
need to
want you to be
realize-
right, by the way. I just think you're wrong, but I want you to be right.
Well, the big picture is we got to realize what the First Amendment is, you guys. What the First Amendment does is restricts the federal government's ability to regulate expression of speech. But it doesn't restrict from passing local ordinances or laws. So what would need to happen is, you're right, there has to be some bright line about what is allowed and what's not allowed. But it would have to be a local ordinance about like sexually explicit or vulgar expressions. And I would be surprised if most counties or cities don't have something like that on the books. There are a lot of like historical examples of things like that. You can't spit on the sidewalk. So like, even if we want to be super libertarian about everything, which I pretty much, am and get torn up in the comments for being, you can't just say like you can do anything and everything. It doesn't work that way. Like obviously everybody says you can't yell fire in a crowded theater. Like you can't incite things that are illegal. You can't, cause chaos. Like there are restrictions to your speech. When your rights begin to infringe on the rights of other people, that is the only legitimate power that the government has, is to regulate when your rights butt up against someone else's rights. And when you're sexually harassing minors, you're violating their rights. So like if you want to stand there on the corner, you have a right to speak, but you don't have a right to be heard. You can't force a little kid to listen to you talk about sexual fantasies.
What about an adult? Let me ask you this, Tom. Could I walk up to could I walk up to you on the street if I didn't know you and just be like, hey, what's up, dude? And you're like, hey, I'm like, can I put my dick in your mouth?
Yeah, so there's it's a great question. I'm not a lawyer. I think the line is if I say stay away from me and you continue to follow me, that would be harassment. Okay. So I think I have the ability to walk away or stay away from me. But if you stay on me, I think that is illegal.
That makes sense.
Steve, a lot of people are coming up with a lot of good shit. By the way, it's not free speech; it's propositioning. It's sexual harassment charge at a minimum.
Yeah, and I want to follow up on this. If you can put something about like where the source of this is from, because this teacher needs to be like publicly honestly, they need to be hung, but they at least need to be publicly exposed and fired. So. I would love to find out like what school district this is from. Like some Project Veritas shit.
Yeah, for
sure.
sure.
Yeah. I'll walk up to him and start asking him about whose dick he wants in his mouth.
That'd be fantastic. Hey, I was just
all right, buddy.
Okay, thank you.
A great call.
Peace and love.
Bye. Peace and love.
Hey, you had a good point, because what I was talking about in terms of like the protecting of the free speech was the context that you gave, which is what if someone's just standing on the corner yelling that and you happen to walk by with your 14-year-old, 11-year-old daughter, or they like say something. And you know that for a fact. Go to San Francisco.
Yeah.
That's going to fucking happen whole time you're there. Go to Berkeley. Go there.
On Telegraph Avenue, someone would be walking down the street and any given day yelling, I hate kikes. Or and insert any other racial epithet in there. And they'll be walking just screaming it in the air. All of them. I've heard them all. It's crazy.
Yeah. So
and no one does shit. No one says anything. Everyone just gets out of that person's way.
And that's what I was going to say. So under that context, it is what it is. But I like how Tom made the separation there where he said, if they came directly at you and said it and you were like, hey, no, get away from me, and you walked away and then they pursued, then that changes the whole entire context. And I agree with him completely there.
What can you see what school district? Can you pull that up on the screen? I want to see if I can Google to see what school district that is. I didn't even fact check that. Next, we're going to find out that thing was all staged. Hi, parent from that school was at the board meeting, and I'm friends with that dad. Fox News just interviewed us and published an article about it today, asking me anything. We are not done. This district is going down. Wow. Yeah, go ahead. Pop that open, Caleb. Let's see. That looks good, right? Like we might get more information on that.
Yeah, let me do some research real quick.
Hey, look at the one that says this is child abuse. Scroll down a little bit, and it's just some. It's some fuck pillow. What is that lady wearing? Wow.
Fuck pillow.
Look at that thing. That is a lot of woman. That chick has 10,000 posts.
Damn, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Did someone asked right there, what school is it at? I didn't see if there was an answer to it, but.
And listen, what about this, Sousa? You're saying that throwing water, you have you patience for her repeatedly throwing water.
No, not patience. I was just saying it didn't deserve the repercussion of being punched in the face.
Okay.
There's no tolerance for that. I still think that they've violated you in some way. I just don't, if someone comes over and shoulder checks you, you don't pull out a gun and shoot him in the head, right? So if someone throws water at me, I'm not
but
gonna
there's just like a cavalierness there that you think that it's okay. There's a big grown ass man and you're just continuously throwing water at him. It's like pulling the tail of a lion.
Oh yeah. That's
like,
fuck
what
around
are you
and
doing?
find out.
Yeah,
for sure.
Thank you.
For
Fuck
sure.
around, find-
Yeah.
And so once again, the teacher who did this, I don't. It would be. I'm so hard pressed to say whatever happens. I just think is like, man, you pulled the lion's tail.
Yeah, and I
fuck
agree
with some dude's daughter. You fucked with some dude's daughter. It's not like you're another kid.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? If I have a 14-year-old daughter and a 14-year-old boy slaps her ass at school, I may go over and when the boy gets out of school, I look and be like, hey, dude, don't do that to my daughter again.
Right. Yeah, they're both minors.
I just scare them. I just it's cool. I get it. I'm not a piece of shit. But you're the teacher in a position of power and you ask my daughter about oral sex. I don't know, dude.
Oh yeah,
I don't know, man. This is you're a predator.
I also agree with Tom too when he said that teacher, the school board, like everything, you should be like ousted for that. And there should be public shaming
Eugene.
for it.
It's Oregon people.
No, what a shocker.
Dude, it's Oregon. Look at Olivia. It's Oregon. Yeah, you knew it. You knew it. You knew it.
Dang.
I know. And that's the part Spoken Music says freedom of speech has consequences. And that's the part like I want to respect that. I really want to respect freedom of speech. For those students who are absent, you will write a short story of a paragraph or two. The story is a sexual fantasy that will have no penetration of any kind or oral sex. Holy shit. No way of passing on an STD. So the reason why there won't be oral sex or penetration is because you don't want to pass on. Why do they call it STI now? Sexually transmitted
infection.
Oh, STD is way better. Sexually transmitted disease.
Diseases they still have STDs, but STIs are the things that you can like get rid of. The disease is what sticks around.
You will choose 3 items: romantic music, candles, massage oil, feather boa, flavored syrup, etc. to use in your story. Your story should show that you can show and receive loving physical affection without having sex. Holy shit, dude. Oh my God. This is nuts. Oh, is it a man or a woman? Please tell me please tell me it's a man. Please tell me it's a man. The teacher. Please tell me women don't do this.
Wait, but it's what was it? A sexual something course?
Human sexuality course.
School officials tell us that they are aware of the concern over the assignment for Churchill's Health 2's Human Sexuality course. Dude, what does that mean, Human Sexuality course? Is that a high school? Churchill Health?
That's weird. Yeah, it says the high school.
Maybe I'm gonna give this a pass. Holy shit. See what happens when you get all the information. Churchill
Health 2
School, Eugene. Is that the name of the school? Churchill.
It says that's a college course, not a high school. Weird.
It says I see it's a Churchill School, Eugene. I show that it's in that it's a high school.
It is.
Yeah, dude. All of a sudden, Like, why was there a human sexuality course?
Yeah, to begin with, right?
Yeah.
That's a college thing after you're 18, and yeah, that's weird. Because wasn't that just like
And shouldn't it be called human genderality?
what was there was always like a science that you took that had that in it, right? Like when they explained, I don't know what it was, what course it was, but you would have like the, puberty was explained, your reproductive organs. They give you just the
I had
basic
that in 8th grade. We had that explained, and it was probably like 3 days or a week of a biology course.
And by the way, it was a big deal, and you had to get a permission slip signed by your parents, and it had to have those. You know what I mean? Like there had to be consent from the parents. They had to know what the material was. They had to sign off on it. They knew the day. They knew they could give you an option to exempt out of it.
Yeah.
And certain kids did. The people would come in and say, "Oh, these kids coming with me," and you would leave, and then the person who did that course would come in, and normally it wasn't your teacher. It was somebody who was specific to that course.
For me, it was the teacher. And I'm trying to think like the craziest. They talked about intercourse. They definitely didn't talk about oral sex.
No, there was nothing. It was
They
very
talked about it in terms of reproduction. They did talk about sexually transmitted diseases.
Yeah, it'd be the same way if you had the discussion with your doctor. Like all the medical terms, proper medical terms were used. It was only talked about functionality. There was no bleeding of like, hey, this is also pleasurable, and there might be these options for other people, and people might prefer that. Like none of that was in it. It was just the factual information.
Yeah.
And they would say semen, and all the kids would giggle. All the boys.
I do think that they put a condom on a banana. The teacher did.
I can't remember that. You went to that Berkeley school though, so
no. No. I was inland. I went to Pleasant Hill, Sequoia Elementary.
Yeah.
Mrs. B. Mrs. B. That was my teacher's name, Mrs. B.
Oh, and Olivia had another good point. They broke up the boys and the girls. That's right. That was
not in my class. They didn't.
Really?
Nope.
Ah, see, you were indoctrinated.
Yeah, they broke us up and they gave us deodorant, and then I think the girls got tampons.
Yeah, that's fucking bullshit. They gave you deodorant.
Yeah, it was like this really tiny stick of like travel stick of Old Spice.
Shit, I did too. That's right.
And everybody was like, it was like in a opaque bag too, so like nobody knew. Like if you like carried it around, it was like a secret that we got.
That's right.
Deodorant.
They scared the shit out of us by showing us pics of genital warts that were really I remember chancres on penises. Lots of pictures of like bumps on the genitalia. Lots.
That'll scare you.
Hey, this is so Europe. My teacher took his wife's dildo to put condoms on. That's that's so Europe. Ken Walters, small mining town, northern Minnesota. They did the condom on the banana in the 9th grade. Yeah.
Yeah, they might have done it. I just don't really remember.
Let's let this first. If you, I'm starting to. We need to get more information. But either way, the teacher. Hopefully, a teacher would have the common sense to just put the kibosh on that.
Yeah, just crazy that it's.
Maybe we're just old. Maybe we're just old.
I don't know about that.
All right, good.
I think it's a little weird.
I don't think, though, that stuff is just. Once again, I don't think you'll find Republicans defending that behavior. That's why you still smell a little libtard in me, right? Sevy, we smell it. Call her hi.
He's having a flare up.
Yeah. Hello.
Hey, I've like you've appointed yourself CEO. I'm appointing myself chief silly vibes officer for the call-in shows. If things just get too weird and dark, I'm gonna go ahead and call in. Is that all right with you guys?
Please, yes, self-appointed. Go ahead.
All right, cool.
Did I want us to show another dog penis?
that would help. So I'm the guy that called Boz a nerd last week, and I need to clarify my position a little bit.
He is a little nerdy. I think you mean Adrian Bosman?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's totally nerdy. I mean, he's a badass, but he's a nerd too, for sure. He got a little Dungeons and Dragons.
The like he got picked on in high school, and that's why we got the
oh, okay.
thing. And okay. I feel like I upset you. And
do you think that let me just ask this real quick. Do you think that there's anyone in Canada who's not a nerd? Do you think there's any one fucking guy in Canada that's not a nerd?
That's weird that you say that because even like I feel like who's the arm wrestler dude, Darren or
Devin, yes,
Larratt?
total
I
nerd.
feel like that he watches anime. Like I've never heard him say that, but you can just look at him and tell. There is something about those Canadian guys. I don't know.
Okay, go on. Okay, so sorry, back to Adrian Bosman. But Canadian dudes, you're just nerds. No offense, just is.
Yeah. So you got upset with me for saying that, Adrian got picked on in high school and that's why we got VS. I think he's tight now, but he's still got that deep down. He's got that nerdness. He's got that, like, I got picked on like deep down in his soul somewhere. And that's why we got VS, which I think is a better situation than, like, for me, by contrast, I was fucking awesome in high school. I didn't get picked on at all. But now I'm like a 3 out of 10 at best. Like, my best days are behind me. And I feel like Adrian is on his way up.
Yeah.
So,
I'm feeling you.
I just want to make sure that I'm not hating on him now. I just feel like I would have picked on him in high school.
This is totally off subject, but do you think it's possible to be a 10 out of 10 in high school and kind of maintain that? Is that your fault, or you're doomed for everyone who's like, it's just raining pussy and cock on you through high school? You just get as much as you can. You're doomed.
You're doomed because your journey was too easy.
Your path was too easy.
Character. My path was too easy.
Wow, that's amazing.
Now, for example, yeah. Now me, like I had it pretty good in high school, and now I'm sitting here staying home from church because I'm having diarrhea, calling into like a YouTube show. Like that's where I'm at.
Low budget.
Oh, that was amazing.
Oh my goodness. Why do you have diarrhea? What'd you do?
Don't know.
Hey, dude, I ate like 3. I ate 3
crampy thing.
What?
My stomach's doing that crampy thing.
Yeah.
So I think like I might have like not like, oh, I ate weird, but like a virus going on. So we'll see what happens.
Bummer.
I'll call back
I ate like
later if things change.
I ate like 3 pounds of lobster last night with a fucking like probably a whole stick of butter to myself. And I had another 5 grilled bell peppers. And my juice was solid this morning.
Yeah, nothing solid over here right now.
I could have.
Thanks for letting me call in, guys.
All right, thank you for rearranging the show. Thank you.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah,
the show.
Bye.
Strong finish there. That was amazing.
Jason, just straight with the name calling. I understand totally. Just straight assholes. Yep, pretty much.
Was he calling for the toilet?
Nothing to defend. Just a straight asshole. On that definition, okay, I'm a nerd. Fair.
We knew it.
I can even tell by the way you take your picture, Jason. That's like nerdy. Like you got some weird like cross thing going that you shouldn't have done. Like you got
Nerd.
You missed it.
All right, I have to run.
Okay.
I love you guys. Oh
yeah, they redefine nerd. Nothing about social awkwardness or timidity. Yeah.
Have a great day.
Bye, Susan.
Bye. Susan's gone.
There is a derogatory definition of nerd that I missed.
A person who, an unfashionable person who lacks social skills or is boringly studious.
Like how they
as you get
label it
older, nerds are more interesting, right? Severy privilege last night. Yeah, dude, last night's dinner was nuts. I've been going to this house that has a chef, and it is nuts. I ate actually even more than that. I had so much steak, and you want to know what's crazy? It's actually really, I after I ate all that stuff, I was so full, but I still wanted something sweet. So I walked around this house, and there's 3 freezers at this house. I went to all 3 freezers looking for ice cream.
Nothing.
None. I didn't eat anything sweet. It ended up being good.
That's sad.
All right. Is there anything else sadder than an older man or woman who clings to their glory days? I don't know.
Peaked in high school.
Oh, look there it is. I was running on the treadmill.
Why would you take that picture?
That explains it. Yeah. How'd you get the picture then? Exactly. Jason, no
waited
one's safe. No one's safe. All right. So it looks like tonight we'll be talking about the age group online qualifier. I know nothing about that. So we shall see. Okay. Thank you, Caleb. Thank you. Are you around tonight, Caleb?
Yeah, I'll be here.
Okay. No, I'm fasting today. Today I fast. No food today, just coffee, black coffee, if that counts as fasting. I think Renee, I think tonight's show is 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I think we'll know shortly. Damn, I have a splinter. Sorry, what did you say, Caleb? You think you will be?
Yes.
Tonight? Okay. And then we tomorrow we have your favorite show of the week.
It is my favorite. Keeps me engaged.
All right, guys. 2 days in a row probably of Brian Friend. We will talk to you guys all very soon. Thank you. Fun show today. I was telling my wife I didn't want to do a negative show. I don't think the show is negative. Do you?
No, it was fun.
Okay, good. All right. Bye-bye.